sending them forward to the Stone Age and not back to the Stone Age, which might be the natural turn of phrase, but when you're dealing with troglodytes from hell, I would say bomb them forward to the Stone Age. Well, a very good Easter Monday to you all, and welcome back once again. We are at 888-630-9625. 888-630-9625 is the telephone number. Absolutely toll-free. That's right, we pay extra to have a toll-free number. It costs a lot. I have no idea what it costs. It's free, which is nice. That's as socialistic as we get around here, though. We've got an 888 number. Such goings on over the weekend, such goings on. We did have Easter, the highest holy holiday of the year. And it was a nice. We had a little weather. We had some weather. We had rain on and off, and then in the afternoon it got real nice. My best girl and I, we went out hiking around, and we hiked and hiked. We went to the National Cathedral and took a lap around the National Cathedral. You couldn't walk in because it was Easter. Can't walk in because it's Easter, and it's booked. They're busy. Come on, make a plan. I'm not good at planning ahead like that. But wonderful. We had a wonderful, and then we had rack of lamb. We were at home, just the two of us, and a beautiful rack of lamb, and it was lovely. And started out by searing it up in my grandfather's iron skillet. And then into the oven, still in the iron skillet, still in the skillet, cooked it up real good, and had man, it was good. Rack of lamb, I'm telling you, and asparagi. That's like asparagus, but the plural of asparagus. And what else we had? Oh, we had those a funny looking thing. I don't even know what that is. It's a zucchini cakes or something like that. What was that? What were they called? It was zucchini fritters. That's what they were. Fritters. And I'm like, you don't know how to make fritters. What's a fritter? And we had that, and it was very delicious and lovely and wonderful. Before we did that, however, we did go out while we were wandering around. We stopped at a Mexican restaurant because the sun was out. We were awash in sunlight, and it was nice. And I had a margarita. All right, I'll admit it. I had two margaritas. On the rocks, and it was nice. And my best girl, what did she have? Sangarita. Isn't that what it's called? Sangria. It's sangria that's turned into a margarita. But enough about all that. We've got. It was a lovely day, and then we went home and made all kinds of delicious. Really, my best girl did. She tries to keep me away from kitchen related things, and it might be for everyone the best thing for everyone, but it was good. It was nice, and it was Easter, and we did not make it to mass. I'll tell you that, and I just I can apologize a little. I'm saying the cross right now, just as a kind of a make good. But in the meantime, and in between time, ain't we got fun? The F-15 that went down over Iran, and one crew member rescued, two-man crew. One crew member rescued very rapidly, and then the second crew member apparently went on the ground for 30 hours, more than 30 hours. And they're saying that he came out of the wreckage of the F-15E, the Strike Eagle, and punched out. It's not like he was sitting in a seat when they crashed to the ground. He punched out in the ejection seat and parachuted to the ground, and that's a traumatic experience. They say that he was injured. It's unclear whether it was just from the punch out or whether there was any follow on. He would be an armed man. He's an Air Force officer, and according to multiple reports, at least he is an Air Force colonel, an 06 colonel. His rank one rank short of brigadier general, of one-star general, and outranking your lieutenant colonel. And that means he's probably no spring chicken. So he's a grown-up man, and there he is in the cockpit of an F-15E and running missions over Iran, and ding, 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 get shot down, have to punch out of the F-15. Now you're on the ground. They put out a reward for him so they could parade him through the streets and, then murder him because they're murderers and they're troglodytes and they're terrorists and they don't observe the rules of civilization by any measure. But he, according to reports, he climbed a 7,000-foot mountain. He climbed a 7,000-foot mountain. Plane went down, somewhere a lot closer to sea level, and he made his way up a mountainside. And according to multiple reports, more than 7,000 feet up the side of the mountain. And we had, and the reports are mixed, we had Delta Force, we had SEAL Team 6, we had the CIA, CIA was running a disinformation campaign in Iran to confuse the Iranians who were hunting for him. Because now, interestingly enough, the CIA is on our side again. Not like when the Democrats are in charge, where the CIA works against the American people to undermine our presidential elections. And, the Felonious 51 with their earmarks of Russian disinformation letter, headed up by, among other criminals, John Penitentiary Face Brennan, the actual Communist Party voter who voted for the Communist Party candidate for the presidency of the United States, Gus Hall, and then Barack Hussein Obama, mentored by a communist, Frank Marshall Davis, when he was young, made John Brennan CIA director, and then the communist voting CIA director, Democrat, undermined our presidential election like we're the third world country that he's targeting. But these guys, I got to tell you. And also, I don't know if you noticed this over the weekend. I bet you probably did. The left, that is to say, the Democrat Party, they wanted the American pilot to be captured. They wanted the Americans to be captured and or killed, captured and paraded around as prisoners in downtown Tehran with blindfolds. The Democrats would have been cheering. They were doing everything they could to undermine us right here at home and around the world. They act as a propaganda arm of the Islamic Revolution in Tehran. They really do. One of the texts that I got yesterday is that this is what the left has most wished for. The left so far has been disciplined enough to not come right out and say it, but they very much looked forward to an American pilot in a cage, tortured for the immeasurable pleasure of the Western left in all of its manifestations. Washington Post readers are insisting, if you go look at the comments and so on, the Washington Post online, that an American victory itself is racist and it's a Zionist war crime, the American war against it, because the Jews made us do it. Israel made us do it. Netanyahu made us do it. But we don't think for ourselves. We're manipulated by the Jews, who also control the weather, by the way. Although I thought Barack Obama controlled the weather. He was going to slow the rise of the oceans, right? Wasn't he going to? He was. Just and honestly, we got all kinds of crazy reactions from the lefties, as you might expect. Many are saying that every penny spent defending Western civilization of colonists, and settlers, is money that's Israel, is money that could have been jammed into the pockets of Minnesota's Somali gangs, or every illegal alien in the United States of America. They need the money, because the Democrats would redistribute the wealth for the United States military to illegal alien gang members from Somalia. The Democrat Party is closer politically to illegal alien gang members from Somalia than they are to the average American, and certainly to the average American that serves in the military and becomes an Air Force colonel and fighter pilot and running missions over Iran during wartime. I'm telling you, you guys, these people, yes, sir. But it's true, the left very, very upset that we're there, and it's colonialism and it's racist, and honestly, and here this text goes on. They're criminals beyond reconciling with, talking about the Democrats here, despite the fact that the ridiculous, clownish mayor of Los Angeles wearing a grass skirt while dancing in a mud hut in Ghana, while thousands of LA voters' homes were being burned to the ground. She has a clear lead in her re-election campaign. Who thinks this way? He says the left is a death cult, and their sole goal is to it's the extirpation of Judeo-Christian civilization. And it's true, civilization itself is under assault. And Iran is part of that assault, the Islamic Revolution part of that assault. And the Democrat Party has joined them because they're the left. They're anti-American, they're un-American. And really, I've been saying this for a long time now, they're actually anti-civilizational. The left is anti-civilizational, and the left has taken over the Democrat Party completely. Every breath they take is a leftist breath. It's not a liberal breath. It's not a John F. Kennedy Democrat Party breath. It's not even a Bill Clinton, God forbid, Democrat Party breath. But it's the left. Isn't it amazing? Yes, it is. Yeah, and so, the death cult, their goal, the extirpation of Judeo-Christian civilization itself, very much under assault. The left here in the United States is the most dangerous, much more dangerous than the Islamic Revolution in Iran to civilization. And just amazing stuff. That's why Trump's war on Iran is the perfect flashpoint for the Democrat Party, It features the hated orange man, Donald Trump, conducting the most effective military campaign ever in conjunction with the hated Jew. You got Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israelis in Israel. From the river to the sea, the Democrats want it wiped off the map because they're like jihadis. They've joined the jihad. Ew. So their hatred against the Jew. And the left's closest allies in the world, the Islamist filth, whose sole reason for existence is the extermination of the Western world, all of its institutions, all of its Christian and Jewish citizens. That's where Iran is. And the Democrat Party is pretty much there with him. The mullah's defeat is much wished for by the Islamic Sunni world, the Arab Muslims in Saudi Arabia and so on. They possess the two holy mosques, of course, at Mecca and Medina. And a big rivalry, of course, between the Sunni and Shia Muslims. The Shia in Iran, the center of Shia Islam is in Iran and Tehran. The mullah's defeat is much wished for by the Islamic Sunni world just across the Gulf from Iran, who have decided that reconciliation with the West represents their future, their brightest future, but not by, I got to say, the white Western left, the American left, the Western European left, who have made union with their heroes, the baby killers in Tehran. And Trump and Netanyahu will win, and that will drive the Democrat Party absolutely mad, absolutely bat guano berserk. How will they be able to hang on? Let's see. Well, let's go to the telephones and let's talk to the great American audience out there in the real world. Let's go to Milt, calling from Fairfax, Virginia. Milty, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris, thanks for taking my call. Everybody calls me Milty. I appreciate it. Hey, yeah, I spent the best years and worst days of my life in the military, and I was an F-15E backseater and did 40 missions over Iraq back in the day, protecting the Shiites from the Shinola. So I've been following this shoot down with great interest. And, one of my best friends was a PJ from the Vietnam era, and then when I was stationed at Eglin, one of my neighbors was a PJ, and those guys are the reason that we will go in and do what we do. I talked to you back there in Hillary Clinton's testimony. She said, what difference at this point does it make? Well, that's the difference it makes.
Yeah, right. And, finally, an answer to Hillary's question.
Right, exactly. And, the whole deal is that, this is going to change the nature of the war in Iraq or in Iran, because before we were just executing the lawful orders of our commander-in-chief, and now the Iranians have gone along and made us angry. I'll use that term.
Yeah.
But, I just love the PJs. I appreciate what that colonel went through. We practice this. We train for it. We spend some very unpleasant times in theory, going through stuff, and they prepare you for this. And, the thing about fighter guys is, if you can't see their ego from space, you probably know this. They don't have much business flying fighters, but part of that is because they know that they know, no matter how bad things get, that our country will not let us down. And that's one of the reasons we go. For love of country, but more than anything, they're going to come get you or die trying. And that's why the PJs, they'll get my special dessert in heaven when we have the big wedding feast of the Lamb.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Well, that is, Milt, you covered a lot of territory. That's great stuff. The PJs that Milt is talking about, the U.S. Air Force Special Operations Pararescue Jumpers, who, among other things, will go into hot zones and rescue downed pilots. The PJs, they're called Pararescue Jumpers, and Special Operations people. Talking about the SEER training that all the pilots go through, survival, evasion, resistance, escape. That's where you were waterboarded, right, Milt?
Well, I didn't get that. I didn't draw the short straw, fortunately. So,
you didn't get waterboarded?
No, the Lady Luck smiled down on me, but I don't want to. And there's other schools besides that depends on what missions you fly.
Yeah,
we don't discuss. But anyway, they do the best to prepare you for everything that might happen.
Yeah,
and in this business, you can't always predict how things are going to go.
That's a fact. Milty, saluting you, my friend. Saluting you. Backseat F-15E, Iraq War, Weapons Systems Officer, and Great American. Thank you, Milty.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Getting better through Annapolis. Crash to the shoulder eastbound outbound 50 before you get to I-97. Crash still bunches up the northbound Fairfax County Parkway between Burke Center Parkway and Pope's Head Road. Delays are almost back to 123. Beltway leaving Springfield, outer loop at Eisenhower Avenue, incident to the right shoulder. Closures around the White House for the Easter egg roll today. Expect heavier volume in that corridor. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Increasing clouds today with a high of 63, mostly cloudy, clearing overnight, low 42.
Millionaire for Life from the New York Lottery pays up to $1 million a year for life. As long as you keep living, they keep paying. And they say people who walk faster tend to live longer. So if you're on a walk, pick up the pace. That's it. Faster. Come on. Swing those arms. Walk with purpose. Let's go. A potential millionaire for life is walking here. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Chris Plant here. Tired of dating online and want to meet real people face to face? Let the professional matchmakers at It's Just Lunch help. After a confidential interview, your personal matchmaker hand selects quality matches for you. They pre-screen every date and they'll book your reservations.
More
on the best
people
spots in town. All you have to do is
heard
show
what
up
you had
and
to
see
say by
yourself.
listening to
Let
my
It's Just
stream
Lunch
than
help you
them
turn
going
new
to your
beginnings
stream and
into
listening to
lasting
your
connections.
broadcast.
Call 202-466-4333 or visit itsjustlunchdc.com.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Here's Rich Robertson with a CES IT Service Tech Tip.
Hi. For over 30 years, I have received multiple calls from CEOs that go like this. Rich, we're terminating our IT team at 5 o'clock. Can you help us? Or it's an IT director asking, hey, we lost a tech and we can't find a good replacement. Can you fill the gap? Of course we can. What they were not expecting is that our cost of IT services is only half. That's right, half of what they were paying for the previous IT staff. Our managed and co-managed services cost less, and we bring along a high level of advanced cybersecurity expertise.
Visit CESITservice.com to schedule a quick 15-minute call or call 301-620-1580. CES IT Service is your secure network to quality IT service. CESITservice.com or call 301-620-1580.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's Vince for Valor Roofing. This winter, don't wait for a leak to force your hand. If you've noticed water spots, damaged shingles, or granulars in the gutters, call Valor Roofing now. I've seen their work in person, and trust me, Valor is the best. This week only, save huge on your new Valor roof with 50% off materials and no interest until 2027. Plus, tell them Vince sent you for extra WMAL listener savings. Call Valor at 833-83-VALOR or valorhome.com.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Mark Levin, weekdays 6 till 9 on 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Hey, we're back. Yes, we are. All right, I'm looking at the clock, but let's jump right in. Let's go to the Great Americans, 888-630-9625. Let's go to Brian, calling from beautiful downtown Virginia Beach. Brian, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Durka Muhammad Jihad.
All right, Durka. That's great.
Yeah, this whole ordeal with the F-15 weapon systems officer made me harken back to my survival training when I was in the Navy.
Uh-huh.
You have to go through this 2-week curriculum. It's called SEER School, Survival, Evasion, Resistance, Escape.
Uh-huh.
So we did ours out of Warner Springs, California, which is out in the middle of nowhere. And so it's a 2-week curriculum. They drive you out, in this deserted area, and they teach you survival skills. You know
what? Michael's making faces at me. Can you hang in for a minute? Because I've run up the clock.
Yes.
All right, hang in there, buddy. Thanks, Durka.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad. This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. One of our tough spots continues to be the northbound Fairfax County Parkway crashes before Pope's Head Road, delays before the Burke Center Parkway. In the district, delays heading onto Constitution Avenue in the 12th Street Tunnel from Lower 14th Street. Number of closures around the White House for the Easter egg roll in place and will be in place throughout the afternoon. Better in Annapolis, crashes cleared, delays just about gone. Eastbound 50 before I-97. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Increasing clouds today with a high of 63, mostly cloudy, clearing overnight, low 42.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
With Verbal's last-minute deals, you can save over $50 in your spring getaway. So whether it's a mountain escape with friends, a family week at the beach, or sightseeing in a new city, there's still time to get great discounts. Book your next stay now. Average savings $72. Select homes only.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Like if I need a replacement part.
Sure, we can help with that.
Nice. Hey, I just entered this online contest for coolest bike in the world. You think maybe you can vote for me?
Actually, we just do insurance, not popularity contests.
Yeah, I know. But what's your email? I'll just send you the link real quick. You can vote like 100 times a day. They'll never know.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
So what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. True Vitality Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
True Vitality Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at True Vitality Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 703-637-1222. 703-637-1222. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 703-637-1222.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any 2 for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time, order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
This is the story of one. As a maintenance supervisor at a facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
WMAL, making sense of the vote, because elections have consequences. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
All right, thanks for hanging in there, and let's go back to Brian in Virginia Beach. Brian's still hanging in there. Brian, thank you for staying in there. Brian, a Navy veteran, and he was telling us about his SEER training, which you're going to get if you're in certain specialties, and if you're a pilot and so on, the survival, evasion, resistance, and escape SEER training, SERE SEER training, and you were just talking about that, Brian. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah. Back I went through in 1986. So back then we were under kind of the old rules. They could be a little rougher with you. But the survival part, is your standard. They're just teaching you how to use beacons like this WSO used, how to make fires, which plants have the most, which plants to eat, stuff like that. They taught us. We caught flying squirrel and rabbits and ate them. The rabbits, they had the added benefit of being able to use the heads as sock puppets. The instructors did.
Sock puppets, that's good. You can make a hat if you needed to. If you're in a pinch, you can make a nice rabbit helmet of some kind. That'd be fun.
We had our own puppet show around the campfire.
Yeah, you might want to bring
to the
some
evasion part. And, for SEER school, they picked the biggest, meanest SOBs they could find, right? And they have them dressed up in camouflage outfits, and they're decked out in their communist insignia and stuff. And so they blow the whistle. We have to go hide, trying to evade capture. And I wasn't very good at the evasion part. I dove right under a bunch of dried leaves, and I swear there must have been an anthill under there because I was itching, trying not to make any noise. And finally, these two big dudes come over, adversary guys come up, standing right over top of me, and they go, "You make noise like water buffalo in heat." And so they captured me. They took us off to the concentration camp, where they threw us around, and we had this awful psychological pressure they were trying to put us into. It was this Rudyard Kipling poem that would play all night long, boots, 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 forever coming down. And then there'd be a scream at the end, right? And you almost look forward to getting tortured.
Ooga booga! Ooga booga!
Nobody escaped. They tried. But the way it ended was they had us gathered around, and there were actually waterboards.
What's the matter, Angie? You didn't want nobody hearing what you had to say? Huh? You think I'm trying to steal your material? Huh? You fucking cunt. It's official, Angie. I hate you.
And screaming, and finally,
fucking stupid person.
And we hear somebody knock on the door, and goes, "Who's the senior officer?" I at the time I was, and he says, "This is so and so, Navy SEALs. Stand back. We're going to blow the door." So they simulate blowing the door. They rush us out, and on the way, you see all these simulated dead Tommy guys and with simulated blood, and we're just cheering. And they rush us out of the compound, and then they have us turn around and they play Star Spangled Banner and raise the Old Glory over the compound, and that was the end of our training.
Yeah, let's say it was a successful training mission, and you were rescued. So that's pretty good. And look,
exactly. And that's what made me believe they will always come for us.
Yeah, they will always come for us. I got to tell you, let me say this, Brian, because this is something that's been making around since yesterday, certainly. And Democrats are just not on our side at all. The Democrat named Daniel Fobert, he's got a Twitter account, and he posted a photograph of two C-130 airplanes and one A-10 Warthog. And Daniel Fobert posted online, "Lose all this to rescue one pilot and call it your greatest military success of all time." So two C-130s, they're not even interesting airplanes. They're good workhorse airplanes, but and an A-10. And here's, sure, you lose 3 planes to rescue one guy. And that just shows what bloodthirsty ghouls these people are, Brian, because you really think that, they don't, their transgender children are not joining the U.S. military. They might join the Iranian military, so they could be hanged from buildings for being transgender or whatever. But a lot of Democrats out there, Senator Tim Kaine, for example, he's got a Twitter account. He's a Democrat senator, and Hillary Clinton wanted him to be vice president of the United States and a heartbeat away from the Oval Office. Tim Kaine, Democrat senator, said, "We're trying to rescue a downed American in Iraq." Hegseth, the Secretary of the Department of War, Hegseth boasts about, quote, "no quarter," and, quote, "no mercy," and axing, quote, "stupid rules of engagement," and, quote, we have to hope that Iran follows the humanitarian laws that U.S. leaders now dismiss. Now, this is the Democrat Party in the United States Senate, in Congress, on Capitol Hill, in Washington. And Iran are the humanitarian ones here. They just murdered tens of thousands of their own people. They're kidnappers, they're murderers, they're political prisons. They're the bad guys. They're terrorists, the world's #1 state sponsor, and they've never followed any humanitarian rules since 1979, not a single humanitarian. But here's Democrat Senator would-be vice president of the United States, saying, Iran will depend on Iran to be the good guys here and follow the humanitarian laws that U.S. leaders now dismiss. And he's a propagandist for Al-Qaeda, this guy. I got to tell you, Brian, I've had it up to here with these. I'm holding my hand flat across the middle of my forehead. I've had it up to here with these Democrats. They're so obviously not on our side. What happened, Brian?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It changed. It changed during my whole career in the Navy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Black Hawk Down, Benghazi, our disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Right.
What do they all have in common?
Yeah, Democrats and look at all the equipment. You got these idiots. 3 planes, 2 C-130s and an A-10 Warthog went down. We also lost the F-15 that these guys were in, and they had to be rescued. But the Democrat Party really doesn't. They're not in the rescue our guys business. I get it to Brian. If I were in the U.S. Armed Forces and Democrats were in the White House, I think I'd behave differently. I think my thinking would be different because I wouldn't expect the Barack Obama or Joe Biden or, God forbid, Kamala Harris. I wouldn't expect them to go the extra mile to rescue me if I had just punched out of my F-15 in the middle of Iran.
Yeah. No, I know, but you do it no matter who's president. They always taught us, don't be political.
Yeah, sure.
So we salute and do it. But I tell you what, I have a nephew in the 82nd Airborne, and I'm sure glad that he has Trump as our commander-in-chief.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Good stuff, Brian. Thank you for calling in. Saluting you.
No, thank you.
It's a smart snap salute. And Durka.
Chris.
Thanks, buddy. Durka, Mohammed Jihad. Great stuff. Team America, man. Brian, thanks very much. That's great stuff. But I got to tell you, these people, here's Bernie Sanders. He's a communist, anti-American, honeymooned in the USSR when it was still the Soviet Union. Bernie Sanders on his Twitter account says, 1 month after starting the war with Iran, not that Iran hasn't been waging war against us for 47 years, but we'll just sit back and say, look, Muslims murder. Muslims kill people. They love a good surprise. They blow up, Jewish community centers. And that's just going to keep happening. We shouldn't worry about it. It's their culture is just as valuable as ours. And they've got to murder Jews to stay alive and infidels to stay alive. And America is the great Satan, they're paying Hamas to kidnap and rape and torture and murder. And the Democrats are kind of fine with that because they hate the Jews. Even their Jews hate the Jews. Bernie Sanders is a Jew who hates the Jews. And Bernie Sanders says 1 month after starting the war in Iran, this is the statement of the president.
Be glad when I get my new phone. This fucker don't want to work.
And he's going after Trump, of course. These are the ravings of a dangerous and mentally unbalanced individual. And Bernie Sanders attacking the president of the United States on Easter Sunday in the middle of a war because he's a communist and a self-loathing Jew who is on the side of America's enemies, whoever they may be. And if they're the jihadis, then he's on the side of jihadis. If it's the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong, he's on the side of the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong, just like Hanoi Jane. But Bernie Sanders, these are the ravings of a dangerous and mentally unbalanced individual. Congress has to act now in all capital letters. End this war. He is an asset of the Islamic Revolution in Iran, and he's a Jewish Democrat in America. And honestly, he should probably gas himself, don't you think? Probably gas himself. These people are truly something. Yes, sir. And Daniel Fulbert said, lose all this, 3 airplanes, to rescue 1 pilot and call it your greatest military success of all time? That's just great. And then responding to that Daniel Fulbert's tweet, I'm noticing a lot of foreigners who seem to not understand why we'd risk hundreds of lives spend millions of dollars and sacrifice several aircraft to rescue one guy. And the reason they don't understand is also the reason people can't be made American by a piece of paper. And that's 100% true, of course, that, if you don't get it, then you don't get it. Then you're not one of us, and you're not on Team America. And you're a foreigner. I can understand that, but the Democrat Party and the Bernie Sanders and the Tim Kaines, two American senators who have, I'm sure people out there are saying have committed treason. They're undermining the President of the United States in wartime and all of this good stuff. Now, Bernie Sanders is yelling about what President Trump tweeted, and I've got to say that I probably objected a little bit to what President Trump tweeted yesterday morning, Easter morning as well, and I had a very nice woman who's a great Catholic and a Marine Corps mom and a Marine Corps family text me this morning about this. But Donald Trump said Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, meaning that we will blow up their power plants in Iran and their bridges if they have any more bridges they like. They won't be there for long. President Trump's trying to force the Iranian regime to the table, and of course he's trying to force them to capitulate. But Donald Trump said, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it, 3 exclamation marks. Open the beeping straight, the president said, and he used the F word there in his tweet. Open the beeping straight. It's Easter morning. You crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump. All right, so he throws in a little praise be to Allah, and that's fun stuff. I think Jake Tapper read this on the CNN air, but he left out the praise be to Allah part. Maybe he thought it would be culturally insensitive or something if he did that. But President Trump, with some coarse language on Easter morning on his own Truth Social account, you remember he had been banned from Twitter by the fascists who trample free speech in America. But President Trump making it clear he wants them to come to terms by Tuesday. Otherwise, on Tuesday, we're going to go after their power plants, electricity generation plants, and we'll go after their favorite bridges in Iran, too, and blow the place up. And then he says, open the beeping straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Or you'll be living in hell. It's kind of, so we got
Jake Tapper, slowing me right down.
I've done it again. Jake Tapper. Where's that Jake Tapper? Oh, okay. Jake Tapper on CNN. Yesterday, Easter Sunday, they very angry about what President Trump tweeted.
Breaking news, President Trump says a U.S. weapons systems officer is, quote, seriously wounded this morning after being rescued in a daring and heroic mission launched by U.S. forces inside Iran overnight. The injured airman survived being shot down behind enemy lines, CNN has learned, by hiding alone in a mountain crevice before he was rescued in a massive effort involving hundreds of American military and intelligence personnel. But if you were wondering how the success of that operation might affect the president's posture toward Iran moving forward, wonder no longer. He has just threatened Iran in extraordinary graphic terms, giving the Iranian regime just over a day to either make a deal, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or face hell.
Or face hell, right, because why not?
If your children are watching, be warned. Be warned. The president did not use polite language.
We're going to beat it.
Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. We should note that destroying civilian power infrastructure is generally considered to constitute a war crime under international law, though the president could argue that the infrastructure hasn't been also is utilized by Iran's military.
Jake Tapper and CNN, they led with the pilot was injured, the crew member was injured, and then rescued. That was the second part, rescued, but the first part was injured. And I've got to say, Jake Tapper, and the president is a war criminal. That's the thing about CNN and Jake Tapper. Is I'm sorry, the president, if you hit electricity, that's well, let's see. Our pilot is injured. Yeah, sure, he was rescued. The president used coarse language. He did not. We bleeped him. CNN didn't bleep him. He used the word on CNN. It's cable, and they can go topless too if they want. The remarkable people at CNN. Yeah, destroying civilian power infrastructure considered to be a war crime under international law. So let's see. The president curses. So does Jake Tapper. And if you blow up their power grid, then you're a war criminal. I don't think they're on Team America. They're really not on Team. They're doing propaganda just like Tim Kaine and Bernie Sanders are doing propaganda for the jihad. So is Jake Tapper, who's also Jewish. They're not very good at being Jewish. They're worse at being Jewish than I am at being Catholic.
We should note that destroying civilian power infrastructure is generally considered to constitute a war crime under international law.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Crashes cleared. Northbound Fairfax County Parkway delays just about cleared out between the Burke Center Parkway and Pope's Head Road. Looks so much better. Now it's the volume delay south on 95, Lorton into Woodbridge. In the district, watch for slowdowns and closures around the White House. It's the Easter egg roll today. Beltway to Carrollton, outer loop slow between 50 and 450. Crash in Annapolis and delays are gone on eastbound 50 before I-97. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Increasing clouds today with a high of 63, mostly cloudy, clearing overnight, low 42.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Imagine having complete clarity about your health, not just test results, but a clear plan built around you. Today, body scans and lab tests are easy to access, but true peace of mind comes from understanding what they mean and what to do next.
At Princeton Longevity Center, we go beyond testing to deliver clarity, strategy, and physician-led care designed to help protect and extend your life.
Our patients work directly with board-certified physicians specializing in preventive and longevity medicine, not algorithms, not generic reports.
But real doctors who understand your history, your risks, and your goals.
Yes, we use advanced imaging and comprehensive diagnostics.
But what truly matters is what comes next.
We interpret the results,
Connect the dots, and deliver a physician-led, personalized plan you can act on with confidence.
because information alone doesn't change outcomes.
Insight does.
At Princeton Longevity Center, your care doesn't end with a test.
It begins there.
Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. That's 888-8000-PLC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And we're back in the Miller's yard. It's springtime, and their True Green lawn is thriving.
The lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers started showing up.
Like this pro who's never seen spring grass this perfect outside a course.
Has to clear the trampoline and the kiddie pool.
Oh, perfectly struck.
True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Tap the screen now and get started today at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
Need new wiper blades but not sure which ones are right for you? The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. We'll show you options for your vehicle and even install your new wiper blades for free. Right now, save $10 per pair on Bosch Focus wiper blades so you can see better in any weather. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning with Trajan Wealth. Contact Trajan today at 202-750-3300 or go to TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. If your patio, sidewalk, or driveway is cracked or uneven, if you've tripped or fallen as a result, or if you're worried about the liability of an uneven surface on your property, American Concrete Services can quickly help. Don't pay the high cost to tear out and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or pool deck. American Concrete Services has an economical solution which can raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. They're environmentally friendly structural foam. With structural foam lifting, there's no heavy equipment to cause damage to your property and no loud noises from jackhammering. Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Have your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. No job is too big or small. Call American Concrete Services now for your free estimate at 240-665-5665. That's 240-665-5665. Again, 240-665-5665. Licensed in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. MHIC 140530.
WMAL, making sense of the headlines, because common sense isn't so common. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Yeah, Democrats, they're fighting to have President Trump removed from office by way of the 25th Amendment because they're at war against the United States of America, the Democrat Party, the party of the Confederate States of America in the first American Civil War. The Democrat Party is at war here in the United States. And, that one of them shot President Trump through the ear and wounded him. One of them shot and killed Charlie Kirk, assassinated him. One of them shot Congressman Steve Scalise on a baseball field, and suicide attacks all over the place. Democrats are self-immolating and suicide attacking, and they're mental. There's a lot more to get to on these dimwits, these knuckleheads, and I see that there are people on the line that I'd love to talk to right now, and I don't want to give you a 60-second window, so I'm going to hit pause on that. But here's the headline at Mediaite, the left-wingers at Mediaite. Democrats question Trump's mental fitness and ramp up 25th Amendment push after president's, quote, utterly unhinged. That's the Iran threat. They don't like threatening Iran because they fund Iran. The Democrats gave plane loads of shrink-wrapped cash to Iran. They freed up all the bank accounts because, that had been frozen worldwide because they're terrorists.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9.
News now. WMAL News at 10. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. A top United Arab Emirates official says the country is ready to use its military to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
Dr. Sanmar Gargash, he is referred to as His Excellency here in this country. He's an advisor to the president here. Dr. Gargash tells me that if the United States presents the right plan, the UAE will join the United States in using force on the Strait of Hormuz. Dr. Gargash saying, quote, "We're not ready to act as a maritime force, but we will join any American-led effort, international effort, to secure navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. We are ready to play our part." He considers the United States the UAE's greatest security ally.
Fox's Matt Finn in Dubai. President Trump will share his thoughts at a news conference this afternoon. As you would expect, the news on gas prices is all bad. Analyst Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy.
The national average price of gasoline up another 12 cents a gallon in the last week. The national average now above the $4 a gallon mark for the first time since 2022. Diesel prices also continuing to rise. The average price for diesel across the country up 21 cents a gallon in the last week.
Energy prices are top of mind these days, and not just at the gas pump. In Maryland,
customers are opening up their Pepco bills and seeing increases
they haven't seen in years. Some saying that their bills have doubled, $800, $900 a month. And it's only going to get worse, apparently. Now the utility company wants to raise rates again. Pepco says it needs more money to upgrade aging infrastructure, things like power lines and substations to prevent power outages in the DMV. If approved, the average customer could pay about $12 more a month starting this summer.
7 News' John Gonzalez. Are we any closer to a deal on the partial government shutdown impacting
No,
Homeland Security?
Empress has a wrench in my chat. You don't like it? Too fucking bad.
The Republicans need to bring us back into session so we can actually reopen the Department of Homeland Security, stop creating chaos at airports all across the country, and forcing people, including what happened to TSA.
What makes you think you can come into my chat and tell me what to do?
Republicans are eyeing another option, a budget reconciliation bill to fund immigration and customs enforcement and border patrol.
I've known that chinchilla since I've been in chat.
First, for Congress to send him that bill.
He goes back all the way. I know a lot of them like that. I've been trolled by the best, and chinchilla is one of the best. That's a fact.
That, according to a Washington Post analysis of federal
Angie's a chicken shit. She's got all this shit to say, but right. And she went. Rusty told her to copyright strike me, so she made a complaint, and they removed my video. They removed my broadcast. What's the matter, Angie? Huh? You don't want nobody listening to what you have to say? More people heard what you had to say by listening to my chat than listening to your chat. You fucking chicken shit bitch.
Less than a year and has been released from her position as well. 7 News, Adam.
I warned you, Angie. Should have been nice to me, Angie. Same thing with you, JC. You know why JC isn't streaming? Because Trump is elected president and she can't take it. She can't take it. She knows she's wrong and she won't admit it.
Since I was a little girl, I dreamed of becoming a successful singer and entertainer. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, and
what do you have? You got Logical in that chat spamming as soon as he sees me show up.
Remember, you can never have a dream come true until you've had a dream.
No. Empress has a wrench in my chat and it'll stay that way. Matt has a wrench and then I removed it and I'll probably put it back, but Matt knows he's welcome too. Even though he's trolled me hard in the past. You guys are lucky I don't hold a grudge. I'm not a grudgeful person. I'm not spiteful. Angie, you're a chicken shit. You're not a strong woman. A strong woman would come up here and talk to me one-on-one.
For generations, we've trusted the ones who help keep things moving. For more than 90 years,
I've let that fucking idiot Rusty up here a couple of times and let her spew her shit and that. But, you know, she's just so dishonest. There's nothing good about you, Rusty. No, there's a reason a man doesn't want you. And it's not because of your looks. I'll guarantee you that. Attitude is everything. You have no soul, Rusty. Oh, Angie, copyright strike fucking Billy. Hayden calls me Hayden. Ooh. You know, that arm wrestling video did you in, Rusty. You're a fucking big woman. You're a very large woman. Very large. Your fucking arms are bigger than mine.
There was an accident on the Prince William Parkway near I-95, blocking the left side of the road in both directions, now from garage door.
You know, Angie, I've been leaving you alone. But you go right along with these motherfuckers. You're right up there with Bud Noble. What a fucking stupid bitch you are. Why do I do this? Why? Yeah, I got people. Oh, Billy misses JC. No, I don't. I'm glad she's gone. She's not streaming. She can't stream because she can't handle the fact that Trump is president. She can't. She can't deal with that. She can't face the truth.
President Trump attended the opening night of Chicago at the Kennedy Center, and I think that's cool that the president is going to the theater. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yes, the Democrats were busy murdering people in New York over Easter weekend, too, because Democrats murder a lot of people. Have you noticed that? They're out there shooting and overdosing and robbing, and they're violent. I think that's one of the things about them. Saturday Night Live doing the old Abraham Lincoln in the theater, shot in the head by a Democrat, the first Republican president. Dare you free the slaves from the Democrats? So they shot Abraham Lincoln in the head, and that was pretty much a suicide attack, too. Democrats, first Republican president, they really like slavery. They still do, too. Now they use illegal aliens to play the same role. Well, very good and happy Monday to you. Easter Monday, and welcome back. We are at 888-630-9625. How a U.S. airman shot down in Iran was rescued from a mountain crevice. A mountain crevice. He had made his way up a mountainside. An Air Force colonel. He might be old. He could be an old guy. He could be like 50 years old, flying around backseat. Weapons systems officer, an F-15 Strike Eagle, shot down over Iran, well inside of the country. A massive rescue operation. U.S. Special Operations Forces pulled together to go.
What do you want?
First picked up the front seater, the driver.
Unmute yourself. What do you want? Are you going to show a picture of a potato dick?
Weapons systems officer.
What's the matter? Vanguard is mad. What's the matter, Vanguard? Are you mad, Vanguard? JC's not streaming. You don't really have a place to go, Vanguard. You fuckers.
In the World Trade Center,
Fuck you. Fuck you, you British fucks.
The Muslims blew up the old one by crashing airliners full of innocent people because they're radical Islamic jihadi terrorists. And the Democrats are on their side. They really. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Democrat member
Ooga booga.
Ro Khanna.
Ooga booga. Bunch of haters. Ooga booga. All my haters.
Afternoon with a Democrat who wants to kill all the Jews. And good stuff. And Ro Khanna said, what he calls
makes a lot of sense. Angie being friends with Logical. That makes a lot of sense.
And Ro Khanna, the Democrat member of the House of Representatives, sat down with this
biggest fucking racist piece of shit bigot out here is you, Patrick Francis Callahan.
We all hate all of humanity because we're the left, and the left is more murderous than any gang of troglodytes from Iran that has ever been unleashed on the world. But how an airman was shot down over Iran, was rescued from a mountain crevice, safe and sound, is the headline in quotation marks. How a U.S. airman shot down in Iran, rescued from a mountain crevice, and there's a picture of the charred wreckage. Now, the Democrats of the F-15, the Democrats are very angry about everything because they're all mentally ill, as it turns out. And it turns out every registered Democrat is suffering from mental illness. Not just white liberal women, although 56% of white liberal women have been diagnosed with mental illness, diagnosed by a doctor. So not the ones you see yelling in bus stops and things, but they go to work, they're school teachers, they're married to government members of Congress, they're all mentally ill. But the United States Air Force rescued a member of the United States Air Force who was missing behind enemy lines for more than 24 hours after his F-15E fighter jet was shot down in Iran on Friday. And
they are Whippermantle.
This was the
fucking
Time
losers
story. And
told you I was going to take over.
Updated it this morning, a couple of hours ago, but this started last night. The
pretty much
rescue
taking
of the
over.
American pilot. We got him. in all caps.
You can't stop
Trump
me,
wrote
Rusty.
on Truth Social shortly before midnight. The U.S. military sent dozens of aircraft armed with the most lethal weapons in the world to retrieve him. He sustained injuries, but he will be just fine, President Trump posted on Truth Social. The Democrats, they have lie. President Trump has Truth Social. They have lie social. Now, what was Vince calling it the other day?
Fucking Blue Jays cleared all them peanuts up already. I put out.
Not
a fucking one left.
That's the left wing one, right?
That fucker's standing right there staring at me.
Yeah, blue sky. I think Vince Colonnese was calling it Blueski the other day. It made me laugh. I was driving in my car. So shot down.
We'll have to go out and put some more peanuts out for the Blue Jays.
Southwestern Iran on Friday, according to multiple U.S. officials. Accounts of the incident causing the pilot and the weapons systems officer, the WSO, to eject. The pilot was rescued soon after, but the second airman, who Trump described as a highly respected colonel, spent more than 24 hours evading capture in the mountainous region. And again, he climbed up 7,000 feet into the mountains after the plane going down much closer to sea level. Let's say about 7,000 feet up in the mountains. And that's a lot. Again, if you go to the World Trade Center, the one we had to rebuild after the Muslims blew up the old one, and you take the stairwells up, what is that, like 1,100 feet? That's like 1,100 feet. So do that like 6 or 7 times to go up the side of the mountain that the colonel climbed up.
It's over a mile.
Pretty amazing stuff. And President Trump saying, this brave warrior was behind enemy lines in the treacherous mountains of Iran, being hunted down by our enemies. And the Democrats were rooting for the enemies, who were getting closer and closer by the hour, President Trump wrote. This is the first time in military memory that 2 U.S. pilots have been rescued separately deep in enemy territory. And I suspect that's probably true. I'm not familiar with another instance like this, and I've been paying attention to such things for a long time now. The F-15E was the first U.S. military aircraft to be shot down inside Iran since the start of the war, of the Iran war on February 20th.
Told you a long time ago, Angie.
28th.
You should have fucking denounced your little friends what they're doing. Should have made friends with me, Angie. Should have been nice to me.
No comparison. It must be embarrassing to be any other country. We've got 4 people aboard a spaceship that are beginning to orbit the moon, the Earth's moon, today. That spacecraft and 4 astronauts. We let a Canadian go along just because we're nice, and a lady.
I think they're fucking with my camera.
We've had lady astronauts before, though, all over the place. Just not go.
If not, and there's a glitch in the system.
And we're so cool. We're going to the moon. We're rescuing our guy deep in Iranian territory, alive and well. And it was Easter Sunday, and our pilot was rescued. Our backseat weapons systems officer, Air Force colonel, apparently, and it's still possible, I guess, he could turn out to be a lieutenant colonel, but everybody keeps saying colonel. So he's probably a full colonel, a bird colonel. And he's a backseat at F-15 flying missions over Iran and getting shot.
Yeah, I doubt that's Angie in my backstage. Turn your camera on.
And they're hunting him, and they put up a reward for him of
turn your camera on.
Of dollars. And they wanted to get him and torture him and murder him and do it live.
Turn your camera on.
So that the Democrats back here in the United States,
chicken shit motherfucker, won't turn his camera
that's
on.
where the Democrat Party is.
I let you up.
And again,
you don't dare say a fucking word, do you?
3 airplanes in addition to the F-15.
Fuckers can't do jack shit. I got Angie to report me, and it didn't do her any good. All they did is remove that fucking broadcast. That's all they did.
Inexplicably. But they still don't care about humanity.
Fucking crybaby bitch.
And
quit watching my stream. Quit restreaming me. All of you.
Here's the headline from CNBC.
Billy doesn't know how to report somebody. Yeah, I do.
A perilous U.S. rescue mission in Iran nearly went off course.
Randy was the first and only one.
Wait a minute. It nearly went off course? That's
where's Randy at?
I can't believe that.
That fucker
and there
doesn't
are
stream.
headlines all over the place.
Who is he?
saying
Fucking make
that
cartoons
the
and
mission
pretend
almost,
he's fucking
and
Jason
I gotta tell you, the
Voorhees.
word almost is in headlines.
Friday the 13th.
U.S.
Dead or alive. I'm dead live. I'm
almost
dead.
did not rescue its F-15 airmen. Sure.
What if?
Thinking it was an
That's
Iranian
quite an
trap.
imagination you got there,
Okay,
Randy.
so there, but we figured it out, didn't we?
Lot boy.
And the headlines.
Car lot boy.
U.S. almost did not rescue its F-15 airmen. And inside the dramatic
Sleeps in a
rescue,
trailer
it
on the
almost
fucking
didn't
car
happen.
lot he works.
What
Fucking
to know about the
hilarious.
daring rescue of 2 U.S. aviators shot down in Iran, and it does turn out that the CIA was involved in staging a deception. We were deceiving the Iranian government into thinking we had already scooped up our guy.
Randy, you remember how they were bragging you up at JC's
So
and you're this
they
big
called off the
fucking,
because
you can pick up a pickup
that
truck
we
and
had
you're
already
7 feet
scooped up
tall
the
and all
second
this
man.
shit like you're some tough guy.
He's a man, and that's it. But the deception campaign, key to the rescue of downed U.S. airmen shot down in Iran, and U.S. military has pulled off a daring rescue of 2 aviators whose fighter jet was shot down by Iran. Oh yeah, something about this too. You know, for the they weren't able to shoot anything down until
I timed you out. I timed you out, bud. You come to my chat. I timed you out, bud. I timed you out, bud.
That was accidental.
Bud, no, you're triggered, bud. No. You won't like me. Fuck you, bud. Everybody heard her because they listened to that fucking stream.
But here's
She had to report it so people wouldn't go back and listen to it more and listen to her fucking whining bitch.
I'll bet $1 that here's
She wants to talk about me and then she gives me a copy. She wants to give me a copyright strike.
Their military hardware, with their weapon systems, their
didn't stop me from streaming, Angie.
Radars, their everything, and the
now I just fucking listen to your shit and talk about it because you're a fucking snitch.
Military, by virtue of the fact,
keep shaking your ass in front of my face, you and Tiffany, both of you.
Iran, and
sick of both of you.
And not just the
Tiffany
Iranians,
should
but
block
the
me.
Russians and the Chinese, they know.
But since you guys don't want to go that route, you want to fucking play this game? I'm here to fucking throw down.
The Russians, the Chinese, and the Iranians by proving that their hardware sucks. And
I have anger issues. I need an outlet.
About $1. And I was going back and forth with a couple of Pentagon friends over the weekend texting. I will bet $1 that the Russians came in with their own people to Iran, bringing their own surface-to-air capabilities, and targeted an American airplane because this humiliation of the Russian military and defense capabilities and the Chinese military and defense capabilities, that this humiliation had to end. So I'll bet $1, and I haven't seen this reported anywhere, but we were just going back and forth, and the Russians couldn't allow this to go on forever because they need to convince other countries, bad guy countries around the world, to buy their military hardware, right? And so I'm going to bet $1, and the Chinese they don't care about anything, but the Russians, I'll bet Putin sent his boys in. And they targeted
my chat. If I want to spam my chat, fuck you, you punk motherfucker. Is this the best you got, Angie? Bud Noble? Is that what you got to fight for you, Tiffany? Bud Noble?
Secondarily, but primarily the Russians being humiliated by the U.S. military and the Israeli
military. Fuck.
Hey, because everybody that buys Russian, let's say Vietnam, has got to be looking at communists, like Democrats and Bernie Sanders and the other. But Vietnam has got to be looking at this and saying, well, why is it that Iran's air defenses provided by Russia are completely useless in taking down American airplanes? And this went on for a month. And then I'll bet that the Russians, it's in their interest to do so, that the Russians sent in their people with their weapons, the latest, to go after an American airplane. And now we're going to have to take that out, wherever that came from. We're going to have to get those Russians now because there's a war going on, for the love of Mike. For crying out loud.
Almost time for breakfast. I haven't eaten.
Weapon system officer,
Getting
the Air
hungry.
Force colonel, made his way 7,000 feet up into the mountains, and then used his transponder to give away his location to our guys while trying to not give it away to the bad guys.
Billy.
Tough situation, but there's a movie. If Hollywood still made movies.
Gotti.
What's going on, man?
Gotti.
It's good.
Why you got Angie mad at me? Why you do that? Why you get me in trouble like that? Look at this fucking Bud Noble, dumb fuck.
Wait. You're saying Angie's mad? Angie's mad?
I got her to report. I got her. They removed my stream. She reported me.
How the fuck did Angie get mad? She's never mad.
She did exactly what fucking Rusty told her to do.
She's fucking mad. Oh wow, this is like a news flash. Holy shit.
Yeah, reported me for copyright.
For what? For being white?
She talking about you, me, and Wiggin at her fucking stream.
Again?
Yeah. Over the week, yeah, she went live at least 4 times. Because you and Gotti been coming up on my panel.
I didn't do shit. I didn't say a fucking word.
Or you and Wiggin. I said you and Gotti, didn't I?
Yeah, me and Gotti, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You don't like me. You don't like me. I do make the greatest faces, don't I? I'm gonna have to put a wrench back on your handle, I guess.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll just take it away a week later.
Look at him. Look at Bud Noble. He is so fucking
the mutant. The fucking mutant still trying, huh?
Hey Wolfie, will you come up and say hi to Bud for us?
He's making his name on you. He's trying to make his name off of you and Wiggin.
Can you get Wolfie to come up and say hi to you
guys? Bud? Oh, she wouldn't spit on him, dude. Come on.
I want her to spit on him.
This fucking freak, this fucking incel freak, fucking took a look at her and saw her and fucking fell in love. He got infatuated because he's never seen a real woman before, right? So he comes to YouTube and he starts crying to JC. Oh, JC, I love her. I love her. Oh.
JC let him have a wrench, and then he
pissed on this motherfucker. She pissed on this motherfucker, and he thought it was fucking love. He thought this was love, this fucking guy.
Well, you know why JC isn't streaming?
Now he has Chrissy. Now he has bad-faced Chrissy, all right? So he thinks he's like top dog around here.
It's driving him nuts, Trump being president. The other day, Whipperman will come up here and, what about the other pilot? What about the pilot?
Oh, Whipperman he's still living in World War II, this fucking weirdo. He's still living in the fucking
potato face motherfucker.
Him and his fucking parents. They're hiding in the attic.
So the best Angie can do is report me instead of coming up here and facing me like a person.
Well, what did you get reported for? What did you do?
I kept playing. She went live 3 or 4 different times.
Oh,
this
her
is a
fucking
hate
face?
stream. Oh yeah, she fucking mad at you, me, and Wiggin.
So she reported you for what? Using her face?
I didn't use her face. No, just the audio. I kept playing it over and over.
I see.
Now the other stream is still on there. They didn't remove the other one because I did it the stream before that. Played what
now it's Ooga Booga. That's why the Ooga Booga. Okay, I see.
Yeah. She didn't like who called her Ooga Booga?
Who said Ooga Booga?
Somebody did. She's fucking
Who
not
said
happy.
Ooga Booga? First time I went to JC's. First time I ever went to JC's. Multi-Mock was there. He said Ooga Booga. Because I guess it was Angie and a whole bunch on the fucking panel. As usual, right?
Yeah, if you don't like me, then don't watch me. But she shakes her fucking ass.
I think it was Butterfly. Whoever the fuck. One of those people, I don't know. She said Ooga Booga. And then Angie says, who said Ooga Booga? And that was it. From then on, we got banned from the room. It was a year later, actually, that I went back to JC's. It's funny shit. You had to be there, I guess.
Oh, this is Tiffany's war. Tiffany's waging war.
This is a war?
Yeah.
Against who? You?
You and Wigan, the three of us.
Oh, we're all in the war. I didn't even know there was a war going
you
on.
Didn't know it. You're Billy's angel. You know that, right?
Fuck? No. Don't drag. Don't drag
Not
me
be
into
an
this
angel.
shit.
In this case,
I'm not being drafted into your
Yeah.
shit. Come on.
Yeah,
No.
Too late.
No.
You're stuck. Your grandfather didn't.
This is not a four fucking front war. We're not surrounded by fucking creeps and mutants and ugly cunts. They've already been handled.
It's more like we're outside and the mosquitoes are out. It's not really a war.
Do the Chinese thing.
The biting insects are out.
Do the Chinese thing.
Also, teeth and slant eyes. The other one I did, they zapped me. I went Chinese, Japanese, Americanese.
Fucking classic.
I got to get me some sideways pussy.
Oh, we just dropped the torpedoes on these motherfuckers. That's all, man. A couple of torpedoes. Maybe a depth charge for fucking Angie and Bud. You know, a little extra. That's it. You know what to do, dude.
There's two people who were a great influence on me early in my Navy career. The first one is when I went to school out of boot camp in San Diego, and his name was Bob Collada, and he was an E7. He was a chief petty officer, and he was a ship's serviceman. In other words, they do the laundry, they run the stores, and they cut the hair.
Yep.
Board the big ships. Well, he became a warrant officer. All right. And he took me under his wing. All right. If you get invited to somebody's house like that, the guy went there and the food was good. Oh yeah. Right. And he treated me good. Right? And I worked in the office. I was like the low man. I emptied the trash. You know, that's what I was a gopher.
That's how you started. Yeah.
That's how I started. There's Wigan. The other one is when I finally went to my first ship. His name was Ray Alaguay. He was a first class mess minute specialist, and he was on the USS Pueblo when it was captured by the North Koreans. So I worked for a Vietnam veteran who was wounded and a prisoner. Ray Alaguay. He'd approve of everything I'm doing here. And he was Filipino.
Oh, Filipinos are good people. They really.
He was Filipino.
Yeah, they're some of the most fucking
right.
When they come here, when they come to America, they're some of the best Americans.
They are the most patriotic. You know, Philippines might as well be a fucking state of the United States.
Yes, I agree. And not only Filipinos, but when Vietnamese come here,
all them
Vietnamese come here. They're great people. These Vietnamese, they fucking work hard.
Hawaiians really are Samoan.
They bust their ass. They bust their fucking ass. I would trade 100 Vietnamese for 1,000 fucking these bum liberal fucking scumbags.
Well, I'm not going to put up with you, acid trip. It's okay for us to say acid trip because we're Americans. You're not part of this, acid trip. You're a fucking stranger. You need to behave in such a way. Stay out of my face, you fucking skinny bastard. Fucking tie you to a tree and leave you somewhere, I swear to God.
Do you go to his stream?
I did the other morning. Okay, Eugene the Jeep. Okay, you want to take a guess who that might be?
It's a black dude or a woman. I don't know.
No, it's someone that I accused of looking like Eugene the Jeep.
Empress needs a wrench for protection from Tom Flash.
Acid's in my backstage with the name Angie. Why do you
let him
want?
up? Let him up. What the fuck? Just let him up.
No, he left.
Well, then don't let him up.
No, he left.
And don't let him up. Don't let him up.
Well, anyways, the Eugene the Jeep. I don't want to give away who he is, but he's somebody we know very well.
Give me a good Navy story before I go.
A good Navy story. It had to be when I was in submarine school. That was the hardest thing that was actually harder than qualifying submarines.
Oh, tell me about when they trained you for stop you from getting the bends. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the escape training, that was fun.
Yeah. Tell me about
they
that.
said if anybody wants to try it again, they let us do it again. So I actually did it twice.
So what does it entail? What do you got to do?
You pretending that you're on a submarine and the submarine's on the bottom of the ocean somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's broke down and you have to escape. You have to come out and go to the top. Now, the machine that they use that for, DSRV, Deep Submergent Rescue Vehicle. That's what the Navy has for that. You see how they fucking swooped in there and they found that other pilot? He's a colonel, full-bird colonel.
Yeah, that was awesome that they found him. But tell me, what you had to do when you're at the bottom of the fucking sea, and now how do you leave the ship without getting the bends?
You have to equalize pressure because
how?
So if you're in the escape hatch, okay, all that sea pressure is holding that hatch down. So if you try to open it, you can't, right? So you have to flood the chamber and the water level will come up like to your neck or whatever. And there's a specialized lifesaver. And it's designed, it goes over your head, you fill it with air so you can breathe as you come out of the hatch and you ascend.
Okay,
right?
so you do have something with a little oxygen.
Yeah. 100 feet below water level is a long way.
That could, that could fucking, it could kill
100 feet is a long way underwater. Oh, they fucking
so what does it do? What do you have to do? That you have to come up slowly? Is that what it is? You have to go up slowly?
Yeah, because if you don't, the nitrogen or whatever in your body expands.
That's what it is. Okay, that's what I didn't know.
So you had to
decompress.
Decompress.
All right. So if you went from
so when you have the hood on, right, and in the escape trainer, you have to keep your hands above your head, and you have to look up, and you have to keep saying ho 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 ho. It makes you breathe.
Okay, that's what it is.
Ho ho ho.
So you're releasing the air
because down here the water pressure is a lot more than it is when you get to the top. So slowly the water pressure decreases as you go up, and that's how.
So if you go from the bottom of the sea to the top to the surface instantly, you're dead. But if you go up gradually and do the ho thing, and you'll be fine. You might have a little like cramps or something like that. That's it.
I'm a very strong swimmer. I grew up here in the North Country. There's no alligators where we live. You can go in. The worst thing you got to worry about around here are leeches getting on you and the biting bugs.
Leeches are fucking. Oh fuck! You know what you got to do to be an elite? To get a leech on you.
Well, when you go frogging, you kind of want to wear long pants and rubber boots. That way they can't get on you.
Well, then you just don't go frogging.
Legs. The French learned how to cook frog legs from the Italians. You know that, right?
You know who loved frog legs? JC loved frog legs. She loved that shit, man.
Nothing. Well, she lives in there. That's a big deal up here.
It's like fuck. It was like an aphrodisiac for her. Man.
Fuck yeah.
She would eat 4 or 5 frog legs.
Nice
and then
white meat. Nice
get
flavor.
all horned up.
Oh, yeah.
Jace would get all horned up and come online and fucking do a stream, and fucking Darren would come up with the banjo, and she'd be like, "Oh, Darren, oh yes, oh yeah." And then she'd put the fan on. You know how it was on those hot summer nights. She'd have an extra frog leg to just, flick the bean, and then she'd go on. She'd just stay on till fucking 4 o'clock in the morning doing that shit. Yeah, that's when she was at her peak. Then she would wait for Jarl to come in, and she'd just fucking howl at the moon. Remember that? Jarl would come in the room.
You called her auntie. She was your aunt.
Oh, she loved it. I had to call her auntie because I didn't want her to fucking come on to me. I figured she wasn't into that incest,
She thought that since I asked her to go to the casino that I wanted to get in her pants. That says a lot about her, doesn't it? She got a fucking itch she can't scratch or what?
Yeah, we had a couple of laughs over there. Then she got serious, and she had this angry black chick over there, and a couple of other weirdos.
Gotti, I've been watching McHale's Navy.
Yeah,
and
still.
One episode, right? Ernest Bogan, he says "ooga booga." Way back in the 50s, they were saying "ooga booga."
Where were they stationed? What island? They were in the Pacific, right?
Taratupa
Island.
Something like
that. What's that? Off the coast of Guam?
It's like around the Philippines area. I don't know. I'd have to look at a map. I think it's a little further north.
Now, where were you doing most of your stuff with the sub? Over in the North Atlantic?
I spent all my time in the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah.
Okay, so off the coast of like Finland and.
I've been as far south as our Kashmir, Pulaski. We made 2 stops on that ship. The first one was in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We made a port. I spent 4 days in Halifax, in 1984.
That's where Doggo lives. You might have seen Doggo over there.
Yeah, well, isn't that where Jabba the Hutt is? Where's that guy been?
I don't even know that guy.
The second day, so they call it weapon certification because it come out of the shipyard. The ship was overhauled. We anchored off the coast where St. Croix and St. Thomas is. What island?
I've been to St. Thomas. Beautiful, yeah.
Right. So the island was a long ways away. Water blue, and we got to go swimming in the ocean right there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. That water.
We couldn't dive off the fairplanes. We had to jump feet first.
How long were you in again? 5 years?
11 years I spent in the Navy.
11 fucking years, man.
Yeah,
Look at that.
11 years in the Navy, yeah.
Look at that, man. Now you're dealing with these fucking swamp creatures. You were trained. You were trained for 11 fucking years to deal with these fucking ugly swamp mutants. If anybody can handle this.
Then Vader throwing Wolfie in my face again yesterday. What is wrong?
Oh, non-stop. Not fucking stop. It's all they fucking know, man. It's all he fucking knows. They fucking curl up in a fucking fetal position. Shit. It's a fuck.
You know, Alpesh Patel, you're not doing yourself any favor by doing what you're doing.
Alpesh Patel.
You fucking skinny runt.
He's going to be the next prime minister. He's going to be prime minister of the UK. Billy, before I go, one more. Give me one more of those fucking LD seizures, please, please, please. One more.
You know, I should set my bed up and my phone in there and everything and do a complete reenactment and knock the phone over with my foot the way, because you just see him do it. He's sitting there.
Here we go.
Oh! And then he kicks the phone over. Oh, fucking fake ass.
Classic. It's a classic. It's a classic.
Fucking fake ass motherfucking bitch.
Billy, take care, bro. I'm going to take off, man. I'll see you later.
Say hi to Wolfie for me.
Thanks for the stories. Thanks, I will.
Yeah, man. Good. Back to the news.
Planes that forced the U.S. military to blow them up. And these are 130s that based on the Hercules
C-130 gunship.
Because I believe that they're the specialized special operations C-130 airplanes, which makes them different. But we did blow them up rather than leaving them in one piece to the Iranians. You know, Joe Biden left a $20 billion arsenal to the Taliban, but he's not on our side. The rescue began with near perfect precision. Under cover of darkness, U.S. commandos slipped deep into Iran, undetected, scaled a 2,100-meter ridge. I think that's maybe, like 2,100 feet or so. A 2,100-meter. What is this meter? Just use feet like normal people. Stupid Australians. So 2,100-meter ridge and pulled the stranded American weapons specialist to safety, moving him toward a secret rendezvous point before dawn on Sunday. That's Easter Sunday. Then everything stopped. 2 C-130 transport aircraft that had ferried some of the roughly 100 special operations forces into rugged terrain south of Tehran suffered a mechanical failure and could not take off. 2 C-130s, in fact, I have it on good authority that these C-130s were not ordinary C-130 transports, but that they were, in fact, MC-130Js, and they also had, it looks like they had MH-6 Little Bird helicopters. Those are special operations forces too. And but hang on a second, because these two MC-130Js, the C-130 aircraft modified, that had ferried in the roughly 100 special operations forces into the region, had suffered mechanical failure. They couldn't take off. So a U.S. official said, speaking on the condition of anonymity, suddenly elite commandos risked being stuck behind enemy lines. Their commanders made a high-risk...
How much weight have you lost, Monica?
Have
you slimmed down some?
...to Iran to extract the group in waves. Decision.
Do you weigh less than 2 women by now?
For a couple of tense hours.
You're a big one too.
Holy beep moment. And that was it. One official said, who credited quick decision-making with saving the day. The gamble worked. The rescue force was pulled out in stages, and U.S. troops destroyed the disabled C-130s and 4 additional helicopters inside Iran rather than risk leaving sensitive equipment behind. Definitely not Democrats in charge here.
We destroyed
the
it.
Extraction operation, launched overnight on Saturday local time, involved hundreds of special operations troops, including Navy SEAL Team 6 commandos. I also heard
Go Navy
Delta guys in there, and it is starting to sound maybe like, gosh, we had all these people in here. 2 MC-130Js, we've got Little Birds, we've got more than 100 members of SEAL Team 6, which would be gigantic, and that may sound like an operation to go get the enriched uranium 30 miles away, because that would have been a hilarious thing. But then we had this, and I don't have that on good authority. I have that spitballing with people who are smart in Washington, and let's just say close to the Pentagon. So the Navy commandos were tasked with extracting the airmen, while U.S. attack aircraft provided cover. The New York Times reported, citing unnamed officials, naturally. U.S. aviators undergo survival, evasion, resistance, that's SEER training, and in the event that they find themselves landed in hostile territory. But few are fluent in Persian and face a challenge in staying undetected while seeking rescue. Their combat vests.
Your Persians even have a different language.
Radio GPS-coded beacon to transmit their position in case you need to be rescued. A communication device, as well as water, food, first aid material, and a pistol. So we got all that going. But now we're talking about destroying 2 special operations MC-130Js. If we really had 100 members of a SEAL team, we've had Air Force people call in today, and they're talking about the pararescue jumpers of the U.S. Air Force special operations people. And they may very well have been involved in this too. But I got to say, me and a couple of pals scratching our heads this morning, maybe there was something else going on, something big going on, maybe to try to grab the enriched uranium 30 miles away. But that's just guess. We'll put that on hold.
What the fuck are we doing?
Put that on hold. All right, let's go to the phones. We've got a lot of audio to get to as well, but that's a pretty good take on this from ABC.net, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, with New York Times and Wire reports and allegedly talking to people on their own. But it's very interesting, and it's great. The great news is Easter miracle, and our guy is plucked and brought to safety, and the bad guys don't win. The Democrats don't win. The Iranian jihadis don't win. It's a good day, a good Easter Sunday, and I do still have a bunch of questions about this operation with the MC-130Js and the little birds and 100 SEALs. If all of this is accurate, maybe later on, when all this is over, we'll hear that there was something else afoot. Something else afoot, right? I asked Jed Johnson. Jed Johnson was an Obama administration senior official. I guess he was Attorney General. And Jed Johnson, who lies a lot because he's a Democrat, but generally speaking, he doesn't seem like such a bad guy. I think if he weren't lying to you at the dinner table, he might be semi-normal. But Jed Johnson, he was on which one? Meet the Press yesterday on NBC Fake News, and Jed Johnson admitted, wow, this is really some kind of an operation. This is big-time stuff. This makes the bin Laden raid into Abbottabad in Kazakhstan look like no big deal.
This operation for the first pilot and the second pilot, it's a remarkable exercise, demonstration of U.S. military courage, technology, power. I would encourage the President and the Secretary of Defense, consistent with operational security, share as much of that with the American public so that the American public can appreciate what goes into this kind of operation is more complicated than the bin Laden operation, for example.
Wow.
I'm not sure any of that.
Saying something.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, NBC, that's saying something. Jed Johnson, and he was actually Secretary of DHS, also Department of Homeland Security. And I don't think he's an unintelligent man. He's just wrong about everything. But there he was with kind of a bigger deal than the bin Laden raid, going into that compound in Abbottabad. And that was SEAL Team 6 also. And they killed, you may remember, Osama bin Laden, who was behind Al-Qaeda's September 11th attacks. And Jed Johnson, lifelong Democrat, said this raid looked like it was a bigger deal than the Abbottabad raid, which is something, because that was kind of a big deal too. Let's go to the telephones. Let's go to Lee, calling from Leesburg. Lee, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
My phone is here.
It's a great
through Spectrum. New cell phone.
Following this story,
FedEx just delivered it.
Lost airman, and
I got my phone.
We've been praying for him. And
new cell phone.
It was so thankful. I was so thankful that he was.
I got to activate it.
Yesterday, that was just such a relief.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I really was.
I'll hang out. I'll be around now. Whatever. I got to make myself something to eat here pretty soon. I'm hungry.
Just a wonderful breaking news story early Easter morning.
I got my phone, so now I got to go activate it.
If they capture him, what's going to happen, and
I can send you a text message now.
But I just wanted to make a note, and just so this be noted for the record, that the last time there was a rescue attempt like this attempted in Iran, it was under Jimmy
Hey, Whippermano, they rescued our guy, you dumb fucker. Fucking stupid kraut. What a dumb fuck.
An absolute catastrophe. And it just shows the commitment of a Republican president. I don't know. I hope not. I mean, I just hope that even back then, people were committed to the mission, but it's just that, Jimmy Carter was a failure. Donald Trump was a success.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, Desert One. You're referring to Desert One. It was actually called Operation Eagle Claw, and we still had 53 Americans being held hostage by the troglodytes at the American embassy, and I guess it was April of 1980 that ordered the effort to break our guys out, and turned into a military disaster, and it led to the creation of Delta Force and the Special Operations Command and a whole lot of things. But Operation Eagle Claw, 8 helicopters, that was terrible, and it was terrible. Jimmy Carter Awful stuff. We 5 helicopters abandoned, 8 Americans killed, 4 more injured in the effort to rescue Americans. And that was Jimmy Carter, and that was Democrats, and Democrats let our military crumble and go to hell. They do it every time. Obama did it. Biden did it. Kamala Harris was dying to do it. They're just not on Team America. Know what I mean, Lee?
You're darn right, and I'm just very thankful that this they were both gotten back, and I'm just we're just so happy in our house about what happened.
Yeah,
so I just wanted to just make a parallel on that, because I remember I was just a kid. I was a little kid then, but I just remember how that news at that time and how dark that was. To me, at least, it was very dark.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was 20 years old in 1980, and I remember it very well, and it's what led to Ronald Reagan. So from all of that bad, really big, good things happened. Ronald Reagan, big stuff. Lee, thank you. Desert One, Operation Eagle Claw, 1980, Jimmy Carter, Democrats. They're a disaster, aren't they? Maybe we should have let them keep the Confederate States of America as they wanted.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any 2 for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
The winter models don't miss in the DMV. Snow, sleet, and ice are here to stay. It's Vince. Do you need a new roof? Trust Valor, where they believe a roof is not just protection, it's peace of mind. That's why right now, Valor is offering 50% off materials, plus no interest until 2027, making it easier than ever to protect what matters most. And great news, Valor is now expanding with a brand new Northern Virginia office, delivering even faster, trusted service. But what truly defines Valor is Operation Raise the Roof, giving back to those who serve. Recently, Valor provided a brand new roof for Air Force veteran Sergeant Mason Mankey, ending years of stress and worry for his family and friends. If you need a new roof, honor, respect, and trust your home to Valor. Tell them Vince sent you. Call 833-83-VALOR or visit valorhome.com.
Trust your home to Valor.
Supporting our veterans.
833-83-VALOR.
Hi, I'm Rich Robertson with a CES IT Service Tech Tip. Have you ever wondered why your office phones fade in and out or drop off to silence? Does the other person keep asking you to repeat yourself, or the voice become choppy? It could be your internet service is too slow, but most likely it's your company network. Is your phone plugged directly into your computer? Your IT guy should have warned you about that. Is your phone traffic sharing the same network as your data traffic? Your phone guy is going to tell you not to do that. He's making a sale. There are many other reasons why you could experience poor phone call quality. Either way, CES IT Service can resolve your voice over IP issues.
Don't let VoIP issues tarnish your image. Contact Rich today at 301-620-1580 or visit CESITservice.com to schedule a quick meeting. Call 301-620-1580 or visit CESITservice.com.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand, inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery. Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg, egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg, egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
WMAL, more than just politics, because laughter is the best medicine. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Let's go back to the telephones. I've got a lot more for you. I want to share my, I just shared it, kind of, my uranium hypothesis. I want to put a little more meat on that. Right now, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Pamela. Pamela, calling from Tazewell, Virginia. Pamela, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Yes, Chris, thank you. And it's pronounced Tazewell, just like the word jazz, Jazzwell,
Tazewell, I apologize.
Everybody pronounces it that way. But I just wanted to acknowledge your comment about watching Ben-Hur yesterday, because I watched Ben-Hur yesterday. And I grew up, back in the 60s when you only had 3 channels. The networks would show annually Ben-Hur, the Ten Commandments, I think Wizard of Oz, and at one point, The Sound of Music. So I make a point to watch Ben-Hur because Charlton Heston was at his best in that movie, physique-wise. That's another thing. But I had no idea that you were, that he went to your high school. I guess he was somewhat older than you, but in Chicago, he went to high school in Chicago.
He did, yeah, North Shore of Chicago, Nutcher High School. He went to the same high school Donald Rumsfeld went to also.
Yeah, because I thought he grew up or was born in Michigan. Okay, well, that's very interesting. Kind of a silly point. Back when I was very young, I had this interest in something historical, and I wrote him a letter. And he actually wrote me back. I think this is when he was head of the American Film Institute before he did the NRA.
Right.
He actually wrote me back, and it was like, the tone of his letter was like, he couldn't understand what I was asking about, but I was just so, I didn't really have my act together. But I have maintained that letter, so if I ever manage to go on one of your cruises, I'll introduce myself and show you the letter.
That is wonderful.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. President Trump giving Iran a deadline to agree to a ceasefire deal.
President Trump says Iran's bridges and its power plants will be the next targets if its leaders don't agree to a deal and open the Strait of Hormuz by tomorrow night, at 8 o'clock. The president telling Fox yesterday that he thinks a deal could come as soon as today. They have been actively negotiating. Preventing Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is the main condition. Yesterday, he wrote on Truth Social, quote, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one. In Iran, there will be nothing like it.
Fox Business' Connor Hansen at the White House. Iran's parliamentary speaker calls President Trump's threats reckless. 4 astronauts are set to view parts of the moon never seen before by the human eye.
The Artemis 2 astronauts are scheduled to fly behind the moon late Monday, and when they do, they'll lose contact with Earth for about 40 minutes. Retired Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield says loss of signal is not only common in spaceflight, but sometimes a good thing.
Because then they stop bugging you. You have a chance to actually just look out the window and do what you're trained to do.
The 4 crew members of Artemis 2 will become the farthest humans from Earth in history, breaking the record previously held by the 3 astronauts of Apollo 13 back in 1970. Jonathan Siri, Fox News.
Savannah Guthrie returned to the air on the Today Show this morning for the first time since the disappearance of her mother, Nancy, back in January.
Good morning. Welcome to Today on this Monday morning. We are so glad you started your week with us, and it is good to be home.
And co-host Craig Melvin to start the show, both wearing yellow, a color featured prominently on the show set as a sign of support for the Guthrie family. Guthrie explained her decision to return to work during part of her sit-down interview, March 27th, with Hoda Kotb, saying, I consider this my family, my greater family, and when times are hard, you want to be with your family, and I want to be with my family. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
The Maryland State GOP delegate is facing calls to resign for holding a one-man crusade by refusing to participate during the 90-day General Assembly session.
At least one of us needs to stand up.
Republican Eric Boucher votes present each day, places an Aristotle statue in his chair, then heads to his welding job.
The General Assembly is created based upon gerrymandering,
with Democrats holding a veto-proof majority, while fellow Republicans insist there has been GOP-led legislation on juvenile reform, squatting, and tax policy. A last-minute vote called for Boucher's resignation, but is likely to die in the Rules Committee. Senate Minority Whip Justin Reedy also telling Fox 45
he should resign.
Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
An Alexandria Sheriff's deputy has been fired and is facing charges after being accused of trying to smuggle drugs into the city's prison facility. Amara Chukwu Igwe was arrested before any drugs could reach inmates after the office's Internal Investigations Unit identified the scheme and intervened. The Dow is up 96 points. NASDAQ is up 85. Traffic and weather next.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any 2 for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Hey America, want to save $1,000 and get free internet forever? That was a rhetorical question. Switch to Spectrum and save $1,000 guaranteed. Seriously, you can hold us to it. We call it the Spectrum Savings Guarantee. Just switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum and we'll give you free fiber-powered internet forever. Yeah, free internet forever. And we guarantee $1,000 of real savings in your first year, or we'll cover the difference. It's a guaranteed no-brainer. Spectrum.com/free forever. Spectrum Internet is powered by fiber and connected to the premises by coaxial lines. Restrictions apply.
Need parts fast? Meet them now. O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rollers. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Steve Hirshhorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
On the Beltway in Montgomery County, outer loop delays begin near Georgia Avenue to the accident at the exit to go north onto 70 that blocks the right lane at the scene of the accident, also blocks the ramp. You cannot directly access northbound 270 from the outer loop of the Beltway until further notice under police direction there. In the Fairfax County, Lorton area, 123 Ox Road northbound is closed. before you get to Lorton Road because of an accident. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Clouds will increase into the afternoon hours with gusty winds out of the west at times, and a high close to 63. Clearing will follow overnight with a low dipping to 42. Some cooler temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesday with sunshine and highs reaching the mid-50s each day. I'm meteorologist Jeff Marr on WMAL.
54 degrees at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
After reaching orbit, Artemis II astronaut Victor Glover sent a message back to Earth saying, "Trust us, you look amazing. You look beautiful." Yeah, leave it to the black astronaut to catcall the entire planet.
That is racist. Boy, is that racist. That's a racist, the self-loathing racist Democrats. More Saturday Night Live. And it's true, the pilot of the space mission is a black guy. He's a Navy captain. He's a pilot. And he seems pretty cool. He seems pretty cool. And I think he's having a good time in space, and that's fun. And yesterday he delivered an Easter message from space to Earth that I would like to share with you in this hour. Our third hour of the day. Womp, womp, womp. There's a great story also out of the United States of America. And our immigrations and Department of Homeland Security people, it turns out that, you remember General Qasem Soleimani of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC. Qasem Soleimani, general killer, mass murderer, torturer, crimes against humanity are his breakfast menu. You know, it's good stuff. And it turns out that Qasem Soleimani has a niece. Now, he was blown up by President Trump. You may recall he was targeted and blown up by President Trump quite some time ago. Qasem Soleimani, General Qasem Soleimani of the IRGC. But it turns out that Qasem Soleimani, Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, has a niece living in Los Angeles, California, where politically I'm sure she fits right in. And she is now being deported from the United States of America by the Trump administration because she spends all of her time peddling jihad and anti-Western, anti-American, anti-Israel drivel. And so she was obviously welcomed into the country by the Democrats, who are also at war against America and the world. But Iranian General Qasem Soleimani's niece was a crazed stalker, who made her ex-boyfriend's life hell. The California Post can reveal, this is the New York Post reporting the story, after she was arrested by ICE. That's Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Los Angeles, California. On Friday, agents took Hamadeh Soleimani Afshar, 47 years old, into custody at her residence in the Los Angeles neighborhood of Tayunga. Afshar is the niece of the now deceased Iranian military leader, General Qasem Soleimani. Her 25-year-old daughter, now this is the niece and her 25-year-old daughter, whose name is Seren Asadat Hosseini. She's Seren, S-A-R-I-N, Asadat, A-S-A-D-A-T. I love that her name starts with Seren, which is a poison gas. So, hey, I don't know, what should we name our next daughter? Let's name her for a poison gas. We can name her for a deadly, lethal poison gas. Okay, we'll call her Seren. We'll call her Seren. That's a good idea. So she's got a 25-year-old daughter. Seren Asado Hosseini went with her after they both had their green cards revoked by the Trump administration for alleged ties to the Islamic Republic of Iran. And then there are very fashionable photos of the women posing in saucy fashion. Los Angeles hairdresser Zare Mamdani, no relation, 54 years old, was granted a 5-year restraining order against Afshar following a campaign of harassment in 2024 at his work address and residence. So Zare Mandani, not Mamdani, but Mandani, 54-year-old hairdresser in Los Angeles, was dating this woman, and she became a freakazoid stalker, right? When informed of Friday's arrest by ICE, the hairdresser Mandani told the New York Post, "Thank God, that's good. She's a stalker." That's what he said. Thank God, that's good. She's a stalker. She's a crazy lady. Thank God she's been arrested and is going to be deported. She's not a normal person. She's not a normal. Here's a picture of her looking somewhat abnormal as well. So he had secured a restraining order involving this Soleimani family member. And here she is in a bikini with a big tattoo on her belly, Got lots of tattoos, because there it is. And he continued, the hairdresser, "I took her to court twice. She gave me too much of a headache. I asked her nicely to leave me alone, and I blocked her, but she wouldn't listen." I blocked her, meaning on his phone and things like that. Mandani, the hairdresser, said he first met Afshar at a party and noticed she was wearing a wig. And in court filings for the domestic violence restraining order, he listed their relationship as, "We are dating, or used to date," he told the New York Post. But listen to this. The important is, so she's a crazy woman, not entirely surprising. But the key here is that the Department of Homeland Security took a look at Qasem Soleimani's niece and discovered that she's a crazed, America-hating, Jew-hating jihadi who loves the regime in Iran, and said, "You know what? I think we'll deport you." And so we're deporting them now. And that's kind of a big deal. And that's the way that it should be if you have a real country, like a regular country, not run by Democrats who are not on our side. All right, now, the President of the United States. Let's go to the President at the White House. Today, big Easter event. Yesterday was Easter, of course. Today, a big Easter event, and it's the egg roll. You know, you have the egg roll. It's like the Easter egg hunt, but it's a roll because you push them around in the grass or something like that. I don't know. My little brothers used to go to the Easter egg roll year after year. I never went to the Easter egg roll. I didn't have a childhood though, so it's a little bit different. All right, President Trump at the White House. Big events going on. The Marine Corps band is there, and the Easter egg roll is going on, and the president is with his beautiful bride, who is a refugee from terrorist Eastern European country, and she speaks 240 languages, and she's much better in every way than Jill Biden, who's not a doctor. Here's President Trump at the White House today at the Easter egg roll, talking about the operation to rescue our Air Force colonel in Iran.
So today is a very special day. It's a day where we celebrate Jesus. It's a day where we celebrate religion. And it's an honor to be the President of the United States. Our country is doing so well, like it has never done before. You'll see that very shortly. And things that we've done have not been done before. We've broken every record on the stock market. We've broken every record in our military. And what about the rescue that took place yesterday? What about that?
Woo! Yeah, the Republicans aren't used to wooing. The Democrats woo to everything. You know, something blows up and they all woo. Somebody gets shot, they all woo. You see the two guys shot in the sidewalk of New York yesterday by a couple of gangsters walking by, and apparently somebody said something. So a Democrat pulled out a gun and just gunned down these two guys on the sidewalk, like a 50-something-year-old guy and a 30-something-year-old guy. One of them killed. Hey, happy Easter, New York. The gunmen were not Swedish immigrants. Not Swedish immigrants. All right, let's go. It's President Trump at the White House just a short time ago, and talking about the rescue mission in Iran, safely securing our U.S. Air Force colonel, weapons systems officer, backseater F-15E.
It's something that you rarely see. They were giving me a briefing about that, and they said normally when you're in very hostile territory, and I don't think it gets much more hostile than Iran, they're capable fighters. They're very tough people. And there are others like that. You don't mind when the enemy is weak, but that enemy is strong. Not so strong like they were about a month ago. I can tell you, in fact, right down there, not too strong at all, in my opinion, but we're soon going to find out, aren't we?
We're soon going to find out, aren't we? Yes, we are. The president. This is a big deal. This is a big military operation, and if this had gone south, if this colonel had been captured, then CNN and MS-13 they would be celebrating, and they would be celebrating the capture of an American, because it's bad for Orange Man, and the thing is when what's bad for America is good for the Democrats. This has always been what's been true for decades and decades. If it's bad for the United States, it's good for the Democrats. Now, when they're in charge of the White House, then they don't want bad things to happen because it might reflect negatively upon them. But they would happily sacrifice an American Air Force officer for bad day for Trump. They would gladly give up American military personnel if it's a good headline for the Democrat Party. That's a fact. President Trump at the White House a short time ago.
But when a thing like that happens where a pilot shot down, in most instances, you're really not able to go in, because you'll go in with 200 people and lots of jet fighters and helicopters, and you really don't have a chance. They get shot down. You lose 200 in order to pick up one. It's a horrible thing, but it's very rare that you can do it. And what we did yesterday is we picked up not one, we picked up two. We kept the first one quiet, and we were able to keep it quiet for about a day, which made it a lot better. But those two pilots were incredible, brave, and we thank them. And we're going to be having a news conference today at 1 o'clock at the Oval Office, and we look forward to it.
And we look forward to it. Meeting in the Oval Office, not so good. The president is I tell you, he's busy at the White House, and he just never stops. He overloads the press to the point where they don't know what to do. President Trump at the White House.
But I just want to say we have a great military. We have the greatest military, the most powerful military any place in the world. You saw what happened with Venezuela.
Woo! Kind of strange things to, woo on cue. So it happened with Venezuela. Woo! This is serious business. Democrats, they'll cheer anything. Hey, death to America! Woo! They'll go wild. The whole crew goes wild. They're just amazing. All right, so the president. I got to tell you, I want to get to the prayer, the blessing provided by the pilot of our spacecraft, which is about to start orbiting the moon, the Earth's moon. I believe that begins today. And they will go farther into space than any human beings have ever traveled into space before, being farther from the far side of the moon, the dark side of the moon, than any human beings have ever been before. And that's kind of a cool thing, more than a little bit cool. And I've got to say, the pilot, I mistakenly referred to him as the mission commander on Friday, and I was corrected appropriately by brilliant listeners, because they're on Team America. But and I got to get to Rokana too, because that guy, I got to tell you, the Artemis astronaut, the pilot, he gave a blessing from space on Easter Sunday, and it's a couple of sound bites, so I think I want to hold off on that. Michael's trigger finger is ready, but I think I want to hold off on that for a moment. But this is great. The Artemis astronaut Victor Glover, and his message to Earth from space yesterday. And he's a great story, Victor Glover. Navy captain, pilot, astronaut, space traveler. And he spoke to Earth from space yesterday. And also, what's his call sign? Do you know his call sign? I love his call sign. My call sign is Raker. But the astronaut aboard the Artemis spacecraft, Victor Glover, he's got a call sign that is fun. That's coming up.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. True Vitality Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
True Vitality Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at True Vitality Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 703-637-1222. 703-637-1222. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 703-637-1222.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
If your patio, sidewalk, or driveway is cracked or uneven, if you've tripped or fallen as a result, or if you're worried about the liability of an uneven surface on your property, American Concrete Services can quickly help. Don't pay the high cost to tear out and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or pool deck. American Concrete Services has an economical solution which can raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. They're environmentally friendly structural foam. With structural foam lifting, there's no heavy equipment to cause damage to your property and no loud noises from jackhammering. Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Have your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. No job is too big or small. Call American Concrete Services now for your free estimate at 240-665-5665. That's 240-665-5665. Again, 240-665-5665. Licensed in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. MHIC 140530.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning with Trajan Wealth. Contact Trajan today at 202-750-3300 or go to TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
First thing each morning, O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on WMAL.
All right, now here comes the Artemis pilot of the astronaut. He's currently piloting the Artemis spacecraft, Artemis 2 spacecraft, around the moon. First time since 1972, we put people out there. His name is Victor Glover. He's a Navy captain. He is a pilot, and he is I think 40 different aircraft he's qualified or something like that. And his call sign is Ike. Ike, like Dwight David Eisenhower, Ike, like Mike and Ike, the delicious movie candies, Mike and Ike. And his call sign is Ike. And it turns out when he was new to the aviation field in the Navy, one of his commanding officers gave him his call sign, Ike. And it's I-K-E. It's short for I know everything. I know everything. And that's why his commanding officer called him Ike, gave him the call sign Ike, because he's Mr. I know everything. Pretty funny call sign. Now, here is Navy Captain Victor Glover aboard the spacecraft, addressing Earth yesterday on Easter Sunday.
For me, one of the really important personal perspectives that I have up here is I can really see Earth as one thing. And, when I read the Bible and I look at all of the amazing things that were done for us who were created, it's, you have this amazing place, this spaceship. You guys are talking to us because we're in a spaceship really far from Earth, but you're on a spaceship called Earth that was created to give us a place to live in the universe, in the cosmos.
Hey, man, it's a spaceship called Earth, dude. I think he's tripping. Captain's tripping out there in space. He's like, man, look at the Earth. It's blue, man. It's big. It's, but it was, that's like, it has this effect on people when they find themselves in deep space looking back at Earth. Captain Glover.
Maybe the distance we are from you makes you think what we're doing is special, but we're the same distance from you. And I'm trying to tell you, just trust me, you are special. In all of this emptiness, this is a whole bunch of nothing, this thing we call the universe. You have this oasis, this beautiful place that we get to exist together. I think as we go into Easter Sunday, thinking about, all the cultures all around the world, whether you celebrate it or not, whether you believe in God or not, this is an opportunity for us to remember where we are, who we are, and that we are the same thing, and that we got to get through this together.
We got to get through this together. And that's a little bit of an admonition to the troglodytes in Iran. Come on, man, we can all live together. We got this cool spaceship, this planet, we can live on it. If it weren't for you rectal apertures over there, everything would be pretty mellow, Got the commies like Putin and Xi Jinping, Ricochet Rabbit, and they're not doing very well in Ouagadougou either. Things not going so swimmingly there. But a perfectly nice Easter message from Ike. I know everything. His call sign. My call sign, Raker. Raker, that's short for muckraker. Short for muckraker, because I was the news guy,
This is the Chris Plant Show.
WMAL FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11:30. I'm Heather Curtis. Breaking this hour with just hours left to go before President Trump's deadline for Tehran to open the Strait of Hormuz, or quote, "You'll be living in hell." Just watch.
Bud's in my backstage giving me the finger. What's the matter, Bud? Are you mad, Bud? Are you mad, Bud? Bud's mad, CB. He just left. He left. I didn't let him up. He's in my backstage. Who's triggered, Bud? What's the matter, Bud? You mad because I've been banning all your accounts? Huh? It's going to get to the point you're going to have to make new ones. Huh?
President Trump's holding a
Your little bitch girlfriend did. She fucking, instead of coming up and talking to me, she decided to report me for copyright. So now I know what they're doing when it happens. All they did is take the stream down. I appealed it. We'll see what happens. That stream might come back. Fuck you, Angie.
Hayden Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
It's looking much better right now on the Beltway in Montgomery County on the outer loop. The accident that was at the exit to go north on 270 completely moved over.
Didn't stop me from going live.
The outer loop to go north on 270 is open, and the delays have completely eased up. Route 123 in the Lorton area northbound is still closed before you get to Lorton Road because of an accident there. Westbound 66 after the Dulles Connector Road, accident there now on the shoulder. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAR Weather Channel forecast.
Today, increasing clouds with highs in the lower 60s. Right now, 55 in Washington.
Angie
WMAL
took Rusty's advice and she complained. Instead of coming and talking to me personally on her own, she won't do that. Makes you a coward, Angie. Just like JC. And JC's not streaming because Trump is president. And she can't deal with what's going on. She can't deal with the fact that she was wrong and she lost the bet in 2020. Right, JC?
For a local news source you can
trust,
visit WMAL.
Yeah, I'll post the link again.
Get the day's top stories. Stream your favorite WMAL show.
Both you and Angie are welcome to come up here, JC.
WMAL.com. Making sense of your world.
I won't let anybody up to attack you.
Making sense of the border.
Homeland security is right there at the tippy top of American concerns.
WMAL's Vince Combination.
You're a strong woman, right?
Gotta be tough. News Talk 105.9. WMAL. Making sense of the news.
You wouldn't bet double or nothing.
Online and want to meet real people face to face? Let the professional matchmakers at It's Just Lunch help. After a confidential interview, your personal matchmaker hand selects quality matches for you. They pre-screen every date and they'll book your reservations at the best spots in town. All you have to do is show up and be yourself. Let It's Just Lunch help you turn new beginnings into lasting connections. Call 202-466.
You're the one who needs to change, Angie, not me.
JustLunchDC.com.
You got the wrong idea about America.
You won't hear anywhere else.
I don't know how they're going to win, but they're going to win. They have to be better in certain areas. What are they? Or is it just one of those things that make us sports fans? Stay on the line, get on the call, talk about whatever you want. That's what we're doing. Not even close to being tired right now. We're open all night here on Westwood One.
Westwood One Sports Talk. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet.
I'm just shaking my fucking head at you guys.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
We're the stronger than we look type. I've had type 1 diabetes since I was 2. The braver than you think type.
I have to take insulin shots every single day.
The type that will stop at nothing.
No more blood sugar tests.
I haven't activated it yet.
No more complications. until type 1 becomes type none.
Brand new phone.
JDRF's life-changing research, and one day you'll say, I helped turn type 1 into type none. Join us now.
It's a heavy fucker, too. That fucker's heavy. Well, heavier than this is.
Yeah, I love that the pilot of the space flight has a funny call sign, Navy Captain Victor Glover, and his call sign is Ike, because when he was a young officer, his commanding officer thought he was Mr. Know-It-All and gave him the call sign, I know everything, I-K-E, and he became Ike. And then I was reminded while talking about that a couple of minutes ago, reminded by an old Pentagon friend, that General Mattis, who went on to become the Secretary of Defense under President Trump's first term, they didn't get along too terribly well, but he was, General Mattis is a pretty amazing guy, I've got to say, and he has a call sign too, and this is kind of a fun story. His call sign when he was a colonel in the Marine Corps, and he was out at 29 Palms, commander of a unit at 29 Palms, and is a Marine Corps colonel, and he got the call sign Chaos, C-H-A-O-S, Chaos, and that is an acronym for Colonel has another outstanding suggestion. Colonel has another outstanding suggestion, and they were being facetious. They were being facetious. They thought that he had nothing but bad ideas when he was a colonel at 29 Palms. So his nickname and then officially his call sign became Chaos. Colonel has another outstanding idea, or suggestion, rather. Colonel has another outstanding suggestion. Pretty funny call sign. All right, now with that, we're going to have more audio to get to, and there's so much news going on, so many crazy people. But let's go to let's go to the phones. Let's go to Mike, calling from Osage City in beautiful Kansas. Michael, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Thank you for taking my call. I'm just wondering, what is a full bird colonel doing flying?
In a hot war zone. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was required. When you're an 06 colonel, a full bird colonel, you sound like you may have some familiarity with military things or Air Force things. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I'm a Vietnam vet and SAC trained killer.
Okay, good. All right, Strategic Air Command. Yeah, that's good stuff. So, were you a B-52 guy or what?
Yeah, we had B-52s. I was a ground pounder.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chrissy.
Why are you attacking Angie, wifey?
Why do you think?
Well, she's not the one with the racist pictures and all.
Why are you sticking your nose in my business? What do you have to do with me and Angie?
Because I've known her for years, since CNN, that's why.
You haven't known her any longer than I have.
About the same time.
I know both of you about the same time, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't do what you do, though. I don't go after Angie. I don't use racist.
Well, that's you. You're not me. You're not Billy.
Well, no one could ever be.
Why should I listen to you? No, Angie attacked me. All of Angie's friends attacked me. There you go,
Be as sweet as me.
Why don't you address that? Why don't you address these people attacking Billy Hayden?
Well, why do you have to go after Angie? Her friends, she has nothing to do with that.
You need to keep your nose out of it.
Nope.
Well, go ahead. Say what you got to say.
Well,
because I can.
Just don't go after Angie. She
Too
does
bad.
nothing to anyone.
No, Tiffany's waging war. This is war. Sorry. I've been nice to Angie over the years. Nobody's been nicer to Angie than Billy has. It's a fact.
You used to post racist pictures
You. So what's it to you? So what? Why do you wear the fucking rainbow colors? Why are you calling each other wifey? Are you guys really lesbians or what?
No. Anyway. There's nothing to do with that.
30 J's and the Little Bird helicopters.
And I mean, rainbow's all about love, but anyway.
Nuclear facility 30 miles away.
I remember you in Vegas with the racist pictures in Vegas going after Angie.
So that means it's about 10 days or 2 weeks away.
Listen, LGBTQ is racist and bigoted.
You could use to make nuclear weapons.
Because you demand that I like you and approve of what you do.
It has nothing to do with the point.
Yeah, it does. You're a dumb fuck. You give strength. Did you get your money's worth with Sebastian?
We're not even talking about that.
Yeah, we are. We're going to talk about that. Why did you give Sebastian all that money?
Probably with the help of the Russians.
We're not talking about that. I came up here.
It's my stream. I'm going to talk about what I want. Why did you give Sebastian all that money?
I came up to defend wifey. That's why.
Well, it's not going to do you any good. There is no defense of this person. She needs to defend herself. And she won't do it. She's a coward. And so aren't you.
Nope.
Yep. Why did you give Sebastian all that money?
That has nothing to do with the point.
It has everything. I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you don't answer my question, then I'm going to ask you to leave and get out of my face. Seriously, answer my question. Why did you give Sebastian all of that money?
I'm not answering that.
Well, then bye. Leave.
Yes, sir.
You're bothering me. Go away. You're bothering me.
Where do you want to go? We've got bothering you. But I want to talk to everybody too, which is kind of normal and kind of funny. Let's go to soundbite number 1 because the Secretary of War.
Why don't you take it up with her? Why do you got to drag Angie into it?
At the Department of War, the DOW instead of the DOD.
Idiot.
DOD rolls off the tongue more easily. DOW it's the stock market.
All right, coffee time.
That creates conflict. Here he is, Pete Hegseth. He's the Secretary at the Department of War, and he's being attacked for this by left-wing media types. But he's and it's typical, I guess, of left-wing media types. But here is the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, on. Hey, you mess with us. What is the FO, right? For find out. And Pete Hegseth.
If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you.
And we will kill you without hesitation, without apology, and we will kill you. The Israelis have had that policy for a long, long time. 1972, the Munich Olympics, I think, Israel adopted that policy. And the left is very upset. Oh, how dare you? And they're trying to accuse them of war crimes. And the Democrats are now saying because President Trump cursed in a posting on Truth Social. So now the Democrats, the Democrats elected to office on Capitol Hill, are saying, oh, we've got to have him removed from the presidency.
What'd you leave for? I was going to bring you back up.
And that's because maybe we should just
don't run away.
I love the South, but we should give the Democrats the.
Everybody wants to know why you gave Sebastian all that money.
That. What do you think? And then sane people could take over the.
I want to know if you got your money's worth.
What do you think? Sound like fun? Yes, sir. Yeah, but here it is, the Mediaite people. Democrats question Trump's mental fitness and ramp up 25th Amendment push after president's utterly unhinged Iran threat. He threatened Iran, they call it utterly unhinged, and say he's got to be removed from office. The Democrat Party, I think, they may not stop until we're in an all-out shooting war in the streets of America, because the commie left are here, and Bernie Sanders, these are the ravings of a dangerous and mentally unbalanced individual. Now that's coming from a dangerous and mentally unbalanced individual. That's Bernie Sanders. He's got to act. The Congress has got to act now, and that's they just want to fight. What Hillary Clinton's favorite saying is, "There is only the fight." Right? Never marry a woman whose slogan is, "There is only the fight." Just ask Bill Clinton about that. And now, the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, was effectively fired last week, right, by the president, who felt that she has not been aggressive enough, assertive enough in getting the job done, holding people accountable from previous administrations who abused their power, and on and on. And now the Democrat, and when Pam Bondi stepped aside, the deputy, her own deputy, has taken over as acting Attorney General. Todd Blanche is his name. And Todd Blanche is now the object of the scorn of the Democrat Party because he's next in line, and they just firebomb everything that they can firebomb. I wonder if Todd Blanche doesn't sound Jewish, but they'd firebomb him if he were. And they really hate him. There's a Democrat member of Congress from California, of the House of Representatives, named Robert Garcia. And now they go after the Attorney General. The Attorney General is told to step down. She steps down. The deputy takes over, Todd Blanche. And now the Democrats are like, all right, now we've got to completely destroy him by smearing him, slandering him, tarring him with, and keeping in mind that Jeffrey Epstein, a lifelong Democrat fundraiser, a lifelong pal around with Democrats, kind of Democrat guy. And here's Democrat Congressman Robert Garcia.
This is someone who's right now at the head of the DOJ. He actually, next to Pam Bondi, was the one leading the Epstein files investigation that they've completely botched, or they've completely lied to Congress. Todd Blanche should be nowhere near managing anything, and certainly not the DOJ.
Yeah, and certainly not the DOJ. Yeah, Epstein, 100% Democrat, 100% of the time. Only contact you ever had with President Trump was President Trump kicking him out of places. Jeffrey Epstein. And they, and it's true that I think Pam Bondi kind of botched that. Oh, the documents are right on my desk. And then they never emerged. They never surfaced. It was not good. And now Todd Blanche, you see, he's an attorney. He's a former prosecutor. He's the acting Attorney General of the United States right now. And that means the Democrats have to destroy him because they're like Hitler. They really are. Here's Robert Garcia.
I want to get back to this Ghislaine Maxwell issue. I think it's really important. This is the person that began essentially having these meetings with Ghislaine Maxwell that no one knows anything about. We're not exactly sure what happened in these meetings. Then she gets transferred to this less secure prison. And we've asked Todd Blanche directly, why? Who actually gave this order? We have yet to hear back from why this monster was actually transferred to this prison.
This is something Democrats are all over. That this woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, a lifelong Democrat, adult lifelong, at least pal of Democrat Jeffrey Epstein. And these people, they're pathological liars. And I'll call Congressman Garcia a pathological liar because he's a pathological liar. And so I'm sorry, Ghislaine, and now Todd Blanche. That's true. She was moved to another prison. And the liberal on my TV show loves to, she's in a country club prison. She's in prison for 20 years. There's nothing country club about it. She's not hacking people to death with machetes under bridges like the gang members and cartel members that you guys invite into our country, the illegal aliens. They're not sending their best. And I got to tell you, in Washington, President Trump should talk about the Democrats on Capitol Hill, same way he talks about illegal alien gang members. I was talking about this, I think, my best girl last week. The Democrats, you look at the Democrats that are elected and sent to Washington as members of Congress. And I got to say, of the Democrats, they're not sending their best. Just like President Trump said about the illegal aliens, when it comes to Washington, the Democrats, they're not sending their best. Then there is a radical Democrat congressman, member of the House, Ro Khanna from California as well. And I got to tell you that the party says, I've been talking about this for years, point and hate. The Democrats have the party to do, the power to do point and hate. Somebody in the party can point at Michael Piercy this afternoon and say, everyone hate him. And every Democrat in the country will instantly hate him. And members of Congress will come out and slander him because that's what the filthy, rotten filthies do. That's why they're called the filthies. And here's Ro Khanna because, you know, the new guy who's just brand new at the Department of Justice must be destroyed.
If we could trace Hillary Clinton, who hasn't been in office for 20 years, certainly we can get Pam Bondi to explain why she covered up documents, why we haven't had prosecutions.
Covered up documents, why we haven't had prosecutions. Sure. So now they've got to destroy the new attorney general. It's just the blood sport that is Washington. Democrats love gargling in the blood of innocents. And they're not on our side. They didn't want our pilot to be rescued. They wanted Trump to be humiliated. They don't want the Islamic Revolution to be humiliated. They want the United States to be humiliated. Yeah, and Marco Rubio pulling visas for Iranian General Qasem Soleimani's relatives living here in the United States, undermining the United States. And that's exactly what we should be doing all over the place. The Democrats are just inviting them all in. Also, you see the president today at the Easter egg event, and unlike Joe Biden, the guy in the Easter bunny suit didn't have to come over to him and explain to him where he's going and walk him over here as though he were senile. When I say as though he were senile, I think you know what I mean.
They're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. WMAL, making sense of education, because what's happening in your kid's school matters. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Next Roll is a groundbreaking podcast created and executive produced by Vernon Davis.
Combining cinematic storytelling with thought-provoking conversations.
The series explores the transformative journeys of athletes, artists, comedians, and entrepreneurs
as they redefine their careers and push their creative boundaries.
Next Roll isn't about what's next.
It's about the fear they had to fight through, the resilience, and what they had to do to achieve everything at the highest level possible.
Next Roll with Vernon Davis.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The winter models don't miss in the DMV. Snow, sleet, and ice are here to stay. It's Vince. Do you need a new roof? Trust Valor, where they believe a roof is not just protection. It's peace of mind. That's why right now, Valor is offering 50% off materials, plus no interest until 2027, making it easier than ever to protect what matters most. And great news, Valor is now expanding with a brand new Northern Virginia office, delivering even faster, trusted service. But what truly defines Valor is Operation Raise the Roof, giving back to those who serve. Recently, Valor provided a brand new roof for Air Force veteran Sergeant Mason Mankey, ending years of stress and worry for his family and friends. If you need a new roof, honor, respect, and trust your home to Valor. Tell them Vince sent you. Call 833-83-VALOR or visit valorhome.com.
Trust your home to Valor.
Supporting our veterans.
833-83-VALOR.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Are you our next millionaire? At Mohawk Casino, you could win big in the Instant Millionaire promotion. From April 1st through June 30th, swipe daily from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. for a chance at slot play, gift cards, and even $1 million. Members receive free daily swipes based on tier, plus earn extra swipes playing slots, table games, and bingo. Don't miss monthly giveaways of $20,500 in slot play and $1,500 in prizes. Instant Millionaire. Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort. Here's Rich Robertson with a CES IT Service Tech Tip.
Hi. For over 30 years, I have received multiple calls from CEOs that go like this. Rich, we're terminating our IT team at 5 o'clock. Can you help us? Or it's an IT director asking, hey, we lost a tech and we can't find a good replacement. Can you fill the gap? Of course we can. What they were not expecting is that our cost of IT services is only half. That's right. Half of what they were paying for the previous IT staff. Our managed and co-managed services cost less, and we bring along a high level of advanced cybersecurity expertise.
Visit CESITservice.com to schedule a quick 15-minute call or call 301-620-1580. CES IT Service is your secure network to quality IT service. CESITservice.com or call 301-620-1580.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada?
Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/setup and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/setup.
WMAL, making sense of the forecast, because you never know what Mother Nature has in store. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
By a reporter, why he used that coarse language, the F word, in a social media post. And he said, to make my point, you've heard it before, he said. Fairly dismissive. It's not very presidential to be cursing like that, but it's become very common. Democrats do it on, members of Congress do it on the stump all the time. They do it on stage. All right, let us go. We don't have a ton of time, but let's go to Donna calling from Tennessee because she has the keys to the kingdom. She has the secret. Donna, you're on the Chris Platt Show.
Well, my husband, thank you, Chris, for taking my call. Sometime when we have more time, I'd like to discuss the Basque language with you.
All right.
But, anyway, my husband retired from the Air Force, 20 years, Air Force Lieutenant Colonel, and flew in B-52s and went to tankers, was a tanker commander, and spent a year in Thailand. And I said to him, I said, well, isn't it unusual for a full colonel to be flying like that in the, the second seat, so to speak? And he said, well, it's not that he could be a lieutenant colonel, which he could be, and they just have it screwed up on the television announcers.
Right.
But he said often the full colonels, when he was in Thailand, the full colonel would lead a squadron just for the hell of it. I mean, they loved the flying.
Yeah, sure.
And so
yeah,
they would often fly, and it was rather unusual, but not all that unusual for a full colonel to be taking the helm when normally by that time they'd be sitting behind the desk. You know what I mean?
Right. They don't have to. They don't have to, but they want to because they want to get up in the air.
Because they love the flying.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's an F-15. Right. Come on, how cool is that?
Exactly. Well, Bob spent 6 years on Plattsburgh, New York, with the F-111Bs. So that was exciting, but cold. Anyway,
Definitely cold.
Very cold. That's why we retired in near Knoxville, Tennessee. God's country here.
Yeah, that's everybody loves Tennessee. I know a lot of people have moved to Tennessee in the last handful of years, and everybody speaks very highly of Tennessee. Well, it's good stuff. Good stuff, Donna. And sometimes Colonel wants to get in a plane and fly. I know plenty of stories that fall into that category for sure. Donna, thank you very much for the call. I'm going to have to start over again tomorrow. I didn't get.
We are one nation under God, indivisible, together. WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News, I'm Heather Curtis. During the White House Easter egg roll.
That's right, Angie. You like to say, why you gotta bring my kid into it? Why you gotta bring my kid into it? Why you gotta bring my kid into it? Yeah. Same reason your little friend Randy brought my mother into it, you bitch. I ain't gonna let go of it. No. You guys fucking trash my mother? You could get fucking one of them right there inside your fucking head. I ever fucking get my hands on you. Fuck you, logical. Nothing logical about you, you stupid fuck. Come to my door, logical, I dare you. Show up here, go ahead. I'd like to see you try it. DA's too chicken shit. Meet me in Albany. I'm gonna fist fight you in Albany, boy, you fucking country hick. Governorsville, duh. Seinfeld. You think you're the mailman on Cheers. I ain't seen you in a while, DA. What's up? You ain't been fucking bragging you're going to be live on a Thursday night or anything. What the fuck? Angie, your friends are haters. Randy's a hater. Yeah. That little Chrissy with the fucking rainbow in her avatar. Yeah, I remember her from long, but she wouldn't answer the question. Why would you give a strange man on the internet all that money? Did you get your money's worth? Now you're a real smart one, Chrissy. You're real fucking smart. Fucking rainbow people. I get RuPaul's got a new show coming up. I guess they got like 17 drag queens or some shit. I see it advertised. They fucking threw it in my feed. So there's your chance to get a job there, but no balls. RuPaul is fucking taking contestants for his show. Just put a little makeup on, you probably look pretty. I haven't activated my phone. As soon as I end this broadcast, that's what I'm going to go do. Activate my fucking new phone. Congratulations there, Angie. You're in the same club as Tiffany and JC. Reporting me for copyright. Nobody wants to see your fucking garbage off your channel. Are you fucking kidding me? You fuckers talk about me and you're gonna fucking complain against me. I find it amusing. How many times I fooled JC in her own chat, going in there, trolling and shit? I was in there as a clone. I'm the one that asked her to ask Siri about the earth being round or flat. She didn't know it was me. How about you, doggo mama? You know what, Walter Byrne, you're an instant ban today, boy. Because you are a dumb motherfucker. Say bye. Just banned you. Good night. I ain't gonna be here much longer. I got things to do. I'll be back later, though. Three of the British boys have been up in my backstage. They didn't leave no comment. I get stiff sitting here. I gotta go move around. All right, thank you for everybody coming and supporting my chat, especially you, Chrissy. I appreciate it. Bye. See you on the flip side.